Perkins.
I said raise the last time.
Alright, don't make me stop the stream and start it again. Alright. So
What are these items called that females had in the Dark Ages that prevented you from having sex?
Chastity belts.
yeah, chastity belt.
Yeah, that's what Linux character is getting, a chastity belt.
He's getting a
My
chastity.
character, what about Nipper?
What
did
did
Nipper do?
You killed AJ. Oh my god, you killed AJ. You're like, okay, the top of the tower is falling this way. I'm gonna jump where it's gonna land. Let's go.
Okay, you're in actuality that made my guess useless because you're the one that made the witch just pop away when the whole point of that was to make sure that the witch stayed there.
Well, I didn't make her run away. She got smashed.
No.
Yeah, she got smashed.
You said they couldn't find her body.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That just means she went into the ethereal world.
Yep, she went to the ethereal world. She still had 30 hit points left.
Yeah.
Dear Mr. Perkins, Almighty said you are a rubbish GM.
Uh-oh. That's on stream. Alright.
That's what
I'm not restarting it again. So, you can just yell at Spocketeer in private.
So we just got through the gate, I remember, and that was right it. We just got into the gate. Somebody, a party member, an NPC party member, helped us get through the gate.
Good morning,
yes,
Lemon.
Ishmark.
Hmm?
See,
Ishmark helped us.
Oh, Mishmark, okay.
See, I watch Chris Perkins and take notes. I think that's why I'm as good a DM as I am. So I have to give him credit.
It does explain a lot.
It does explain a lot. What's going on? Oh my god. Alright, so you guys are in front of the guards. Am I right?
We already passed the guards.
Okay.
We just
Cool.
got through the gate and then we stopped.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me here. So you guys walked inside the gate. Okay, so you can put yourselves...
Yeah, I don't want to have to deal with that again.
Yeah.
I
Literally-
don't know what happened at the end of last session. I crashed.
Did you? Okay. Yeah, who wants to do a retelling?
I can't remember a thing about last week.
So we, you guys found Fnipper and 2 children, or 3 children, I think.
Two.
Two children in the old abandoned, what we thought was abandoned windmill. Found out that there were 2 ladies inside, which turned out to be hags. Or some kind of hag, I don't remember. And
They tried to offer us cookies.
They tried to offer you cookie, which a lot of people ate. You ended up becoming aggressive with them. They became aggressive back. Fought out for a bit before they both disappeared. Made it their way upstairs, rescued the children and Fnipper, and then the hags returned, coming back from the ethereal plane or wherever, and at the same time a 3rd sister of theirs arrived.
Mother, I think it was.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Arrived and was trying to get in, but the 2 dumb sisters weren't opening the front door for quite a few rounds. Eventually they did. The 3 came in. The tower started tumbling. Fnipper was grabbed by a half-orc who got him under his arm and with another child and jumped out the window and jumped onto a ledge and then jumped to the ground itself where we kind of ran away a bit. The rest of the group was inside. I don't remember the exact specifics. I know another child got out somehow. One of our party members got crushed and killed with another hag. We finished off one of the hags inside, one of the sisters. The mother disappeared. She was crushed, but she was disappeared when we moved through the rubble. The one of the sisters that got out tried to steal a kid away, but was defeated by slippery slugs, falling, dropping the child as the barbarian ran up and chopped her in half.
I'm just reading what Fuzzy sent.
Yeah, I got distracted with it. We kind of took a short rest, or we walked away from there, took a short rest. I think we had a small battle during a short rest. No, we just did some role playing. Then we followed the NPC. I can't remember his name again. We followed
Ishmael.
him up to the town of Valaki and made our way to the gate where we were told to leave. We tried to persuade our way in, but did not work. And but our NPC party member helped us out, convinced them we were okay, and they let us through the gate. And that is where we ended.
Yay!
So the recap stuff. The Fnipper.
Fnipper.
We call him Pit Nipper. Nipper the fastest lightning. No one you see is smarter than he. And we know Fnipper lives
Someone
in a
shut
world
the bar
full of
off.
wonder.
Someone shut the bard up. He is actually the bard as well.
You rolled low on that one.
It's not just
You rolled low.
Alright, so what are we doing? Okay, so you guys are walking into the city. Oh, this is exciting. I'm really glad. You guys are, by the way, my real life game, it got ahead of you guys for a second. And now you guys are ahead again. So I'm excited. You guys are the first people to make it to this town. Well, besides the one I played with my kids.
That somehow magically no one died. Even though there's 3 people in that campaign.
Who didn't die? Yeah, no.
and they're all 10-year-olds, so they're
No.
obviously more experienced.
No. One of them died 3 times.
Oh.
Oh, Niall's in that group as well.
Yeah, I have a Nile in that group. His name's Alex.
I sometimes go by the name Alex.
There you go. Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You think I hold back on children? I especially don't hold back on children.
Oh, Fuzzy, did you get my message? Because we were wondering about loot from Death House.
Oh, yeah.
We were all confused about it.
Yes. Let me do that. Loot from Death House. So I gave you the book, right?
Yes, I did get the book, yes.
Starting off with miscellaneous tasks.
I will also. I'll give you the main stuff. Somebody got a silver there's a silvered short sword. Okay.
Cobble got a silver short sword, I think.
Okay, good. And
Cobble's not in this campaign.
yeah, you can.
No, but I went through the Death House.
Yep. So you guys can have that if you want. What else was there? Anything else? Nothing else of importance.
I can tell you
Hang on,
what
how
else.
are we
I don't know
getting
if you
loot
want me to
from
tell you
the
or not,
Death
though.
House if we haven't been through it?
I had said. Oh, okay. So this is what I had said. Old Mighty was going to play with his character that had played through Death House, and I said, okay, Old Mighty, you can take your take that equipment, right? With you, just have everybody give it to you, and then bring it into this campaign so that you can have the equipment from it. But then Old Mighty changed his character, and then I was like, well, if you guys can, I'll say this: if you guys can figure out a story reason why you have equipment from the Death House, like maybe where people from Maeve gave it to you, like maybe Old Mighty's old character, that's fine with me. Before you left.
We just followed the trail of Niall's corpses and kept looting them.
I can't even argue with that.
Let's get moving or I start singing the song again.
Yeah, so
No.
let's just do that. Let's just give you the main stuff. I'm just gonna give you the main stuff, and maybe not all of it, but that book, right? The orb, okay, the that spear, and a silvered short sword, and that's like the main stuff. Oh, there was also a cloak of protection.
There was 3 scrolls as well.
Yep, so you can have the 3 scrolls too.
Does anybody else want the book?
The wizard's spellbook.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a spell
it's only
book?
it's only good for a wizard.
You said book, so I just thought it was a random book.
There's 3 blank books, but they actually crumble to dust when you leave. So almost, they're like worthless.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so who wants a cloak of protection? I guess we could all roll, and whoever gets the highest can do it.
Frontline. I vote frontline.
Yisha.
I would raise my arm, and I wouldn't mind taking it. And 1+1 to AC.
I think Ivycook should take it.
I think Yisha, because Yisha
Ivycook's-
can't.
She can heal herself though. That's
But Yisha doesn't have.
Alright.
Can't wear
We'll do this.
iron armor.
Maybe we should roll so that there's
Yeah,
no.
we'll do this WoW style. So everybody that thinks that they need it, roll for it. Whoever gets the highest is going to get it.
I'm not bothered either way.
alright then.
There you go. Looks like Ivycook is going to get it.
You didn't specify the
I
die.
demand a
A
return.
D20. A D20.
Sorry, man.
Lucky if you got a natural one on that. There.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, damn, I should have rolled for it.
Come on, roll.
Roll for it.
Well,
You still
You're
can.
gonna beat a 10.
With those to beat, my god.
Yeah, it's still open for rolling.
20.
Yeah. You guys suck.
Did
Jennifer
I
gets
really
everything.
win that? Did I really
Yes.
win that?
Yeah, you did.
Why?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, but enjoy it as
Okay.
long as you're alive.
Yep. Now Silvered Sword, and since you already got something, Finepper, you know.
Oh, I don't want the silver sword to me. I just.
I don't want it either.
I'll take it if no one else wants it.
I don't want it.
All right.
Okay, who's the barbarian?
Ivycook.
Who's the wizard, by the way?
Yeah, but it doesn't change
Never.
anything. If I'm using some
Wait.
kind of short sword for D6 or a D12, it's half damage anyway, so...
So basically, I know that like you're the only one that can use the spell books, but if you think about
I'm
it, you
going
got
to-
all the spell books, and you got the cloak.
Right. I was about to say
Okay.
that Ivycook is our barbarian, which means he's frontline, which means he uses his unarmored AC, I'm assuming, for rage purposes, so he should have the cloak.
Sounds
Because
good.
he's going to get that +1 to AC.
This totally
Plus I
reminds
get
me
the
of
spell
WoW.
book.
This totally roll for it too, and if you get it, give it to me.
Yeah, so Ivycook, you should take the cloak. Because I have the spell book. I can't use any of the scrolls, by the way.
Yeah.
So the scrolls should
Okay.
go to the cleric.
Oh,
'Cause it-
what scrolls are there?
Blessed protection from poison and spiritual weapon. Very cleric spells.
As a thank you for acquiring the item, I will change my feat, and instead of upping my strength by 2, I will take Sentinel as a feat.
Okay.
Sentinel. Tell me Sentinel again.
And
If someone
Sorry.
wants to go away from me, I get an attack of opportunity, and his
Oh,
movement
yeah,
gets
piece
0,
of
and he
shit.
can't disengage anymore.
Yep, I know that one.
Yeah.
I tell you, it makes me want to ban feats. Like every time I hear a feat like that, I'm like, fuck that, banned. But that's no fun for you guys.
You only banned the best feat.
Well, alert. If you guys want to take alert, you guys could take alert.
I'm being. I don't want it.
Yeah, if you guys really
But
want to take it,
also-
I just think it's more fun without it. But yeah, totally take it if you want it. You know, I'll just
Alert's nuts.
alert's
I don't
pretty
want it.
nuts. Yeah, you guys can take it.
I don't.
I
I'm
can't. I'm
taking
not gonna ban
resilient
it.
at 8.
Yeah.
I'm taking resilient at 8, so I don't have to worry about those.
You guys aren't 4 yet, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Oh shit.
Except for me.
Except from when?
You'll be dead soon. It's okay.
What was? I
Why
got the
will I
scroll
be
of
dead?
I don't know. We'll
spiritual
find out.
weapon. Well, I got the scroll of spiritual weapon, protect from poison and what else?
Bless.
Bless. Okay.
You guys are all dead soon.
I've added 2 points to attributes, wisdom and strength.
I
Yisha.
did
Nice.
intelligence and dex.
Isha, what did you end up getting
You just
From-
said.
for a feat or your
I
stat?
didn't pick one. Wisdom and strength.
Okay.
They were
Let's.
both on odd numbers, so it gives me a bonus, another bonus point on the on each of them.
All right. Let's start moving forward. I'm gonna play a little bit longer today because we're gonna play for 4 hours, but I'm gonna try to play a little bit longer. I gotta take my kids somewhere today, so.
Well, I'm just going to restate that
So
I have to
that's-
leave at 1 o'clock your time.
Okay. Yeah. I'll probably end it maybe around 1 or 1:30. So. And I'm really sorry for oversleeping, guys, but.
All right.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm a mess of a person. Okay, so let's
I will
move the story along.
Walk in the middle of the party.
Okay.
Just doesn't like being around the houses and stuff too much.
Yeah. Yeah. And who's leading the party?
I will.
Okay. Let me just pull this up. And Irina is with you. 2 children are with you. And Ishmark is with you, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So, I say to the party, we should find, first things first, we should find an orphanage.
That you could.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Does this girl react in any way to that statement?
I don't think anybody did.
The girl.
The
as
little
in,
girl?
like, yeah.
Oh, she says, "What's an orphanage?"
And you'll see in a bit.
And all right, let's see here.
Do we know that the kids live here?
The kids lived. The kids. You know them. You know they lived in Barovia, the village of Barovia.
That's the village we've already been past, but we decided not to take them home because their parents were selling them.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. All right. So, as you get to right about here, I imagine that you guys are just walking through this path, right?
Snipper's gonna try to find lodging for the night.
Sure, sure. You guys see a large stockyard, and it has several locked sheds, and its periphery, along its periphery, lies an adjacent roomy warehouse, and there's a wooden sign above the front gate that reads "Arsik Stockyard." Parked at the south end, you can see it from here, of the stockyard, is a sturdy caravan wagon. And it's very colorful, and the paint's kind of peeling off on it. There's faded lettering on it, on its side, that spells out the words "Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders," and there's a heavy padlock on it. And you see that caravan kind of shaking back and forth, moving, and so that's what catches your eye. Who's got the highest perception? Passive perception?
Me and Isha.
Yeah, so you are the guys that see it.
Unless you improved yours from last time.
Now, you guys are like at, what, 15, right?
I'm at 16.
I'm at 14.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm at 16.
Oh, I don't have you on the list. Okay, so you see it. Actually, you guys aren't 15, are you? Yeah, so he sees it. Yep, you see it rocking back and forth.
I tell that to the group.
Well,
Okay.
what should we do about it? I
You don't
think
have
it's
to do
important
anything.
We find a place to stay.
Hey, you guys don't have to do anything about it, but it is there for you guys to know about. Alright, so which direction would you like to go then?
I Fnippers wants to like. Is there any people like walking around us, or are they like running away, or how is
Yes,
village
people, when they like look up whatever they're doing, as soon as they look up, they kind of either walk the other direction or go in a different direction and try to avoid you. Yeah, I mean, you got a group of orcs with you, so, and you can tell that there's not that many orcs in here.
Anybody? Excuse me, anybody?
They just like start walking away quickly if you try to talk to them.
Yeah, this isn't working. Well, let's just keep heading into town. So Fnipper's just gonna keep walking down the path.
Sure.
He's looking for an inn or a bar or a tavern.
Okay.
One of those three.
I would like to look. Hey, that's not Snipper. That's me.
Where's Fnipper? Well, who? You said you're walking first, right? So you're
Yes,
letting
I'm
them walk.
walking
Are you going to let them walk in front of you?
No, I mean
Okay.
I'm just.
Well then, where should?
I was just going to say I'm looking to see if I see any signs of an orphanage.
No signs of an
kids
orphanage.
with very ratty clothes running around a certain building on yard, things like that.
Yeah. No, there's no orphanage.
There's no orphanage that I see, or there's no orphanage in town at all.
That you see.
Okay.
You don't know if there's an orphanage or not, but yeah.
So, let's just go ahead and continue down the main path.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you continue down. Go ahead and just walk wherever you want to. Sorry for moving your character. Alright, you have come to the town square here.
I saw a statue, so I wanted to come through it.
Yeah. So, the shops and homes that enclose this town square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children wearing crude, plaster donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eyes? Hold on. Peasants in patchwork clothes. Like clothing. Yeah, that's what that is. Clothing, comma. I think we're missing a comma here. In clothes, I use suspiciously, as they use cups and vases to draw water from the crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well, the Baron. And it looks like, let's see here. It looks like some of the guards are tearing down those signs, right? And they're putting up a new sign that says, Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the festival of the blazing sun. Attendants and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well, the Baron.
What time of day is it?
It is about, I'm trying to remember, I think that it's probably about morning, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Because we did
It's
a
like
long
noon.
rest, and then we walked like half a mile, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere time, it's before noon. It's between like 9 and 11.
Let's see what you guys want to do. You're leading, so.
If there are any market stalls out,
Mm-hmm.
sort of be drawn to them. I'll slowly gain a bit of confidence and head towards them and just look. I'm just not looking for anything in particular. I should be just fascinated by the colours, the smells, textures, you know.
So, when did I get cut off there?
Hmm?
Did you guys hear what I said or not?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I said that this doesn't seem to be the best spot to have children with us.
In fact, you notice that Myrtle kind of like pulls your cloak. Who's Myrtle walking with? Who's the babysitter?
I'm babysitting the guy that has
Nope.
soul.
Nope.
Nope.
No, we're babysitting the kids.
Yes.
All right, so I have a cook, Myrtle, and she has no problem with you looking like an orc. She just thinks you're like great, and she just pulls on your cloak, and she says, "Why are there horses in the stocks?" And you look over, and it looks like there are people in the stocks, but they have these mache like horse heads on top of them, and it looks like there's actually 3 men, 2 women, and 2 boys, like 11 years old, in the stocks, with donkey heads. Or not donkey, is it donkey? Horse heads. I think it is.
Well, I go down on my knees
Oh, it's donkey heads, sorry.
and I just look at her and say, it's, when humans grow older, they grow quite strange. And some like to dress up in strange fashions. And, this must be some kind of celebration. And there are people inside. So it's not a real donkey, I'm sorry.
And she runs over. She runs over to one of the children that has the donkey head, and
I follow her.
yeah, and she pulls it off. And this little boy looks up at you, and he's just got tears streaking down his face. He's in the stocks, so you know there's a piece of wood over top of his head, and his arms are through the stocks. And he says, "Can I go now?"
Sure. And I put him out of the pull him out of the costume.
Well, it's not the costume that he's trapped in. It's the stocks. It's a basically what a stock is it's a piece of wood, right, with a hole cut in for your head to stick into, and then your arms stick in there too. So basically, he's restrained and put on show to be embarrassed.
Humiliating punishment. For
Yeah, it's a humiliating punishment.
Are there people enjoying that?
Yeah, there's a little boy who's laughing at them. The guards are kind of like walking by. They haven't noticed you like talking to the prisoner. But yeah, there are some like when they walk by, especially like older, like frumpier, like aristocratic type people, like are pointing and laughing.
In England,
happened?
people used to throw vegetables, rotten food at the people in stocks.
Yep.
Why are they doing that to you?
And he said,
Sorry.
and the little boy looks up and he says, "They said that I was being bad because I was unhappy, I think." And then you hear one of the other horse heads beside him. He says, "Malicious unhappiness, apparently, the Baron. It's a crime to be unhappy, apparently."
Are you fucking with me?
This is why I love Ivacook.
So, what happened while I was away?
I just cut him loose.
All right, he's there's a lock
That's the
on
most
there.
stupid thing he ever heard.
Yeah, there's a lock on there. So if you want, you can try to break the lock, or you can try to
Yeah,
take
sure.
it. Yeah. How do you try to break the lock?
I'm not.
I'll
Well,
assist you.
I take out one of my weapons and give it a heavy blow.
Oh boy, this is going to. I can already tell
Oh,
this is
wait.
going to become very interesting.
You know, and
So-
you know what? I have a crowbar.
That's
Let's
true.
use my crowbar.
Absolutely.
I'm running away as fast as I can because I don't want to die.
I'm assisting Ivor Cook.
I have a
So that's a 15 to break it.
Yeah. Let me check. I'm pretty sure that's good, but let me just double check.
Who was talking about the knock spell earlier?
Me, Fnipper.
So,
I wouldn't use that on this. Are you
so
kidding
what?
me?
So, I say to the party, why do you not trust me with the kids?
We're not going to talk about that, I tell you.
No, seriously, I'm tired of this.
Alright. Okay.
It was from a stupid joke last time. Someone misheard a word, and it was just dumb. So
Yeah.
I know, and I would really like it to end.
No, we trust you with the kids. We just don't trust the kids with you.
Alright, so it's fine. Alright, so anyways, what we are doing is okay, before you basically pull out your crowbar. You're about ready to snap it off, and a guard walks up to you, and he looks at you and he says, "You really don't want to do that. You really, really don't want to do that."
And I just look at him. Man, you aren't smiling. Isn't that against the rules?
He says, "Would you be smiling?" But he says, before you do that,
I smile.
he points out that there's about 10 guards in the square right now. And he says, if you do that, it's going to cause a lot of trouble.
Don't want to
Well,
repeat the incident.
let's just ask the boy. Do you have learned your lesson and are happy now?
Yes,
So
I have.
So how big is the square?
Hold on. It is. If you look at the bottom down there, it kind of shows you. I think it's about 250 feet.
Is there
a little less than that,
certain-
maybe 200
Are
feet.
the guards all
diameter.
kind of congregated together?
No. I mean, they're around the center festival thing. They're not all congregated around. So,
So you're saying that a 200 radius would not affect them?
it really depends if they have bows. Really depends on if they have bows or not.
20 radius, sorry. A 20 radius spell, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, 20 radius spell would not hurt them. You would definitely hit the regular people. There's a lot of normal people here that aren't guards.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna get back up, stand now, and just look at the guard and say, I think he learned his lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we had a very long walk, a very long venture, a lot of killed undead, and witches, and hags, and all the evil that lurks around.
And he's.
I don't want to cause any trouble, but what you're doing is wrong. Even I wouldn't treat my child this way.
You could talk to the Baron if you wanted to.
So how does this work here? When the Baron dies, the one who kills him is the new Baron? And I just
And he
laugh.
I look at him like, seriously, did you just say that in front of the guard?
He points at you and he
Yeah,
says,
I
"Maybe,
just laugh.
maybe that works for a monster like you, but because he's pointing out that you're an orc, he doesn't really know what an orc is. But he says, maybe that works for a monster like you, but we're civilized people."
You should
Yeah. Putting children on stocks. Very civilized.
And he says, "Listen, I live here too, so I understand, and I don't agree with it, but I'm not stupid enough to cross." And then he nods his head over, and you see this very large individual, and you can see that like one of his arms is kind of weird looking. It's like kind of monstrous.
Mm.
And he says, "I'd put that crowbar away before he sees you, because he's not going to be as gentle as I am."
So, just holding a crowbar. I'm not gonna put it away. I'm just not gonna put it against the lock or anything right now.
I asked the guard, could you please escort us to the Baron?
Why aren't you putting up with this charade then? What's the purpose?
Hold on. I'll answer that, but I did not hear. It's not.
I was
The,
trying to say.
What were you trying to say?
I interrupted him and say, can you just escort us to the Baron?
I could escort you to the Baron. What did you say again to him, Ivacook?
Well, if he doesn't support it, I asked him why he's putting up with this charade. What's that all for, then?
I have a family. I gotta pay. You know, I gotta pay to feed them. You know, I have mouths to feed. I gotta take care of my family first. And, I mean, what you're asking is mutiny.
I once again ask, can we just go to the Baron?
I just look at him and say, I can't believe I'm saying that, but I think some form of, or some part of the soul of my dead brother must have influenced me. But I just give him a slow poke on his chest where his heart should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should more think with that, with your heart, and stand up for things you believe in.
And
You call me a monster, but who is the one thinking about the child? Me or you? Looks are deceiving.
And he actually looks really ashamed of himself, but he kind of tries to hold himself together. And the little kid who's crying says, "It's okay, mister. I don't want to cause any trouble." And then you hear...
Yisha's,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Yisha's just going to wander over now,
Okay.
see what's going on.
Go ahead.
I asked the guard, can you please take us to the Baron, and can we end this child with us?
No, we cannot take the child with us. And then you hear, from the background, you hear, "Hey! Hey! What's going on over there?" And you see the guy with the big arm. And the guard kind of nods his head down to the what do you call it? The horse head that you're holding. The mache horse head. Like, put it back on his head, quick.
Yeah. I give the child something to drink out of my water skin.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess it's getting hot under that stuff and all. So,
Yeah.
Does
and
the
here,
child
take some
sorry.
bread too. And I just quickly put it in his mouth and then give him the stuff.
Eat these pastries.
Here, drink, eat.
I've got some good berries left.
So-
If the kid looks hungry, I will, and that will feed him for a day.
Okay.
Has the guard
Okay.
said anything about me
He
persuading us to bring us to the Baron?
yeah, he told you that he would take you to them, although it doesn't seem like everybody else is ready to go, so he's dealing with that first. You know what I mean?
Okay. I hadn't heard him respond to me at
Yeah,
all.
he did. He responded. He said, "Yes, you can go talk to the Baron." He'll take you there though. But anyways, this large individual comes over. The guard stands at attention, and he says, "It's nothing, Isaac. I have it under control. These are just newcomers, and they did not understand what was going on, and I explained to them that these are criminals." And Isaac looks you up and down, by the way. Oh, by the way, Ishmark and Irina are not standing beside you guys because they are not trying to make any trouble. So they're far off.
Where are
But
the kids with those two?
yeah, the kids
Okay.
are over there with them, except for Myrtle actually. So Myrtle is over there with you, like, you know, looking at this. And Myrtle looks up at Isaac and says, "You're a mean man." And Isaac kind of looks down at her, and he kind of smiles this like evil looking grin, and he clenches his like fist that looks like it's made of rock, and he says, "I am not beyond hitting a child." And she kind of like stands behind you.
I'm gonna take a step forward in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
You can try.
And he says, and he whistles. He's like, you know, and all the other guards start like walking towards you guys, and he looks at you and he says, "Do we have a problem here?"
No. Do you need support in any way?
I have all the support that I need. And he holds up his weird-looking fist.
What time of day is it?
Noon.
He looks at you and he says, "Look into the sky, little one."
How big is he?
Let's see. I'm gonna say that he's about like 6'3". He's a big guy.
And then, no, yeah, we can
okay.
look eye to eye. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm 6'6", so
Are you? Yeah.
yeah.
I'm 6'6" as well.
He's looking up
So-
at you.
I use prestigation to make the guy that's intimidating us have a satanic symbol put onto his forehead.
Sure.
What?
All of a sudden, a like upside down pentagram like appears on his forehead. You know, and he hears you muttering, "What are you muttering about?"
Well, your true colors are showing.
And he
Pointing at
says,
his forehead.
and he touches his forehead, and he's kind of looks confused at you, and the guards kind of look at him, and he says, "Did you cast a spell on me?" "That is assault. Seize him." And the guards are going to come over and seize you.
I say, do you really want to listen to a person who obviously worships something as hideous as that?
And you hear one of the guards whisper, "You really don't know where you are, do you?" And yeah, are you going to resist being seized?
While this
No.
is happening, can I
No,
take Virgil away from the guards?
Yeah,
no,
definitely,
I don't.
definitely.
I don't.
Okay, so they grab you and they walk down and they open a stockade up and put you in it. And
I'm
So
gonna
what?
whisper to Ryan Orkish, and I'm gonna say, "This man, this old fool, he's a genius. He wants to infiltrate him from the inside, posing as a prisoner. That's great."
and eyes.
I think you misunderstood what just happened to your brother. His plan failed.
Oh,
Oh man. All right. So you are
So I'm
now
now in a cage with the kids.
not a cage; it's a stockade.
Google stockade, it'll help.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Google
Google it.
stockade. Yeah,
I've got a picture of one.
yeah.
but
So,
they only took him, right? I mean, you get
Yeah,
to cast
they
his
didn't
spell.
hurt him or anything. They just, I mean, they did. They took his with his weapons and armor. You know.
Armor?
Did you have armor?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying armor because it
Yeah.
takes a while to take off armor. So
That's true. You're right.
So
No, he
I-
probably left your armor. They took your weapons away. They took your weapons, your component pouch. What are you again? You're a wizard.
I'm a bard.
You're a bard. Okay, so yeah,
Broke your band.
took away your There goes your bagpipes. What kind of instruments do you have again?
I have a violin, a pan flute, and a shan.
Okay, yeah, they take your violin, your pan flute, and your what?
Shan.
Sean, yeah.
Shan. Shan.
What does it look like? What does that look like?
It's a big flute. Like
Oh.
about 4-foot long flute.
Yep. Yeah, they take that. They take they take your weapons. They take your component. You have a component pouch, right, as a bard?
No, I don't.
Oh. What do you use for your focus?
My musical
Instrument.
instruments.
Yep. Oh, interesting. Yeah, they take those. All right. So basically, you can't cast spells. Unless they don't require
Oh, you can
components.
sing.
Only verbal.
Yep.
I don't have that as okay. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you can sing. Okay.
Can I roll my history check on the statue now?
You sure can.
That's bouncing. I haven't. Okay.
Hold on one second.
He still has the symbol for like the next hour, by the way.
Okay, so yeah, you roll a history check, and since you are not from Barovia, you have no idea what it is. It just looks like a man.
Okay.
You have not picked up who it could have been yet, from all the information that you've collected while being in Barovia. But, let's see here. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, didn't expect to. It's fine. I mean, I'm in a new town I've never been to.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if I'd get any kind of info from it.
Yeah.
So do I see? Well, no, I'm not paying attention to them. I'm over hanging out at like the water statue, looking at what's going on.
So, am I bound in any way?
Yes.
Look at the picture in
Yes,
the
you are.
Discord that Niall posted. That's what you're looking like at the moment.
Oh, okay. Do you have a donkey head on me?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah, you're also a dwarf, so your feet are probably like off in the air.
Well, these were made for kids, so I doubt that.
No, they're not made for
No,
children.
there's adults there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The children are actually standing on boxes. So if the boxes were to be kicked out
Oh,
from under
didn't
them,
mean
they
to do
would
that.
probably get killed. So. All right. Sounds good. Okay, so we will get back to you in a second, sir. Anybody else want to say anything to Isaac, who looks very, very angry and pissed off at you guys?
So Fnipper's gonna turn and see what's going on. He'll start making his way over, but I'll let you go ahead and
Yeah, someone needs to break this situation, but I guess Isaac and I have kind of a pissing contest.
Mhm.
So
And I-
someone else
and I
needs to
just-
step in.
And I just took the child away, escaped with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Went over to
So
Irina
Flipper-
and Isaac.
walk there. What seems to be going on over here? What kind of commotion have you all caused? I'll see the captain of the guard and see the thing on his head. Oh my!
And
Yeah,
but-
let me. Sorry, but
No, go
I
ahead.
was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, let me clean that up for you, and I'll use prestidigitation myself to get rid of it.
Nice. And you notice that he
Should
looks
we do a spell TC battle here? Just kidding.
he looks like a ruffian. He's not even wearing like a guard's uniform or guard's outfit, you know? He just looks like a thug. That's what he looks like.
What's the issue with his arm?
You look at his arm and let me see. I actually can probably find a
Image.
picture. Yeah, give me just a second. I'll get you a picture.
I'm like looking at everyone, just like seriously, you guys didn't help me at all here.
All right, this picture's got like 3 people in it, but let's see here.
Fnipper, do you speak Elvish?
Let me see.
Because I think I know you don't speak Elvish.
I do not speak Orcish. No, I don't. I speak Sylvan, which is kind of like Elvish.
Okay, that's not gonna work. So I'm
Does
just
anyone
gonna
speak-
tell you straight in common this. 1.
I'm gonna
in front of me
I'll let you.
just wanted to show his strength by hitting a child.
There you go. I just, do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
So that's what he looks like. That's what his arm looks like. But it's like, it looks like it's a demon kind of arm, but it's it looks like almost like it's made of rock too at the same time.
So like a rocky claw.
Yeah.
Nice.
But he appears to be a human.
Yes, he does. He appears to be a human.
You're saying that he hit this child in the stockades, or he placed him in the stockades?
I said, no. This town is a human town with human rules. And one of the rules in this human town is if you're not happy, it's a malicious crime against the noble. So the kid didn't smile, and it was put in the stockade for it. And he just threatened our little girl. And I just stepped in. And now he showed me his 20 friends and tried to impress me.
And imprisoned a companion of yours.
Yeah, that too.
I actually say that in character.
Well, when entering a new city, one must respect the customs of the people. Yes, they turn on you. Been many travels around in my days, and it's a quick learned lesson. Must not let anger speak for our motives. Now, sir, and I go up to this one that seems in charge with the mutated hand.
Isaac, yeah.
What seems... allow me to introduce myself. I'm from far away. My name is Snipper.
He interrupts you as you're talking. And he says, if you do not get out of my sight right now, you will be in the stockades yourself.
How crude. Under what rule can you place me in the stockade? For simply speaking.
Oh, God.
Dude,
He
No, I
says,
see them.
he looks at you and he says, last warning.
does it look like they're still arguing from over where I am? H. Markins.
I in common start telling the story of a mean old person who always hurt the children, and eventually the children revolted and killed the person.
Okay.
As he starts his story, just at the beginning, after the third word, I spin around and walk away, and you hear me muttering, "See what you did? The bard started telling a story. All over now."
All right. And,
I signal for Ivercook to come over to where I am.
yep.
Yeah, I come over.
The,
Michael and the others.
all right. So, as he sees the guy walking away, Isaac comes over to you and right in the middle of your story just punches you in the face. Not with the big scary hand, but with the other hand, just punches you in the face and you take 5 damage.
I continue talking.
All right.
No, go ahead.
Make sure you mark off that 5. I would have him roll for it, but you know, you are in a stockades, and well, I guess I could have him roll for it anyways. Let's do it.
He accidentally hits the stockade.
Yeah, he has advantage on the roll. 15 hit your AC?
Let me see. Yes, it hits my AC.
Yeah. Boom, right in the face. And he walks away since he sees, what's his name walking away? I have a cook walking away. All right. And,
It's a horrible town. Ugh. Don't like it here.
Yeah.
I don't even think I want to find lodging.
yeah. Yeah, so, so what do you guys, yeah, you guys just leave him.
Isha's standing, just watching him in the stock for a few minutes,
Sure.
and then she'll turn to catch up with the others, but she'll say, "Smart."
So,
And
So it's who's in the stockade?
Theron? Is that your name?
Yeah.
Theron.
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 All right. How advanced of a lock does it look? Just like a simple lock?
It's just it's a big heavy metal padlock that's probably about 6 inches in diameter.
How difficult would it be to pick? I guess. Like, are we talking like a multi-level key, or just kind of like a single, easy to unlock thing?
It's probably it's the thing about it is it's very heavy. It takes a very heavy key to unlock it. So your thieves' tools, were you to try to use them, it wouldn't be very difficult to like find find where you need to unlock it from. But the problem is it's made of very thick, heavy metal, so it could break your thieves' tools because it's so big and thick.
I wasn't going to use thieves' tools. I don't have the snore proficiency. I was going to summon, if it's simple enough of a lock. That's my question.
It's simple.
Is it? It's very simple?
It's simple.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just thick and heavy.
So
Would I be able to reach the lock with my hands, or would I? Or
No.
Are they bound
No.
up too much?
No.
is it only him in the stock, or is there other people?
There are 3, if I remember right, 3 women, 3 men, 2 women, 2 boys.
Is each stockade per person, or would like unlocking one unlock everyone?
No, they're per person.
Okay. So I'll head over to the bard and start like chastising. Like just ripping into him as like a grandfather pissed at his grandson for doing something. But under the guise of yelling at him, I'm going to use prestidigitation to summon a simple enough key to attempt to unlock this padlock.
I see what you're saying. And you don't know what the key looks like, but you could imagine it. Did you look?
Yes.
Are you looking into the lock and investigating what it looks like inside first?
I'm kind of like pacing back and forth and like kind of like bonking his head a little bit, and then bonking the stockade itself with my little staff, and just like, how could you do this? You're embarrassing ourselves in a new town, and you're just causing trouble and all this, and just start like ripping into him.
Give me a perception check to see if you're able to see what the lock looks like inside. It's big enough for you to see into it.
Perception or investigation?
Perception. Investigation is more like, what's it called? Sherlock Holmes trying to figure out
research.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. What do we got? 15's not bad at all. Okay. Alright, go ahead and summon yourself the key.
Okay. Well, I can just do that real quick.
Sure. And, I mean, just to let you know, with that perception check, it's pretty good. So I will let you know there are guards watching you.
Okay. I assumed they were. Are they reacting at all, or are they kind of like laughing at how I'm chastising?
They're laughing. They're laughing. They're actually entertained by it.
Okay, good. It's perfect.
You make a better entertainer than the bard.
So, as I continue doing this, and I've got this key. So...
Where's everybody else standing, by the way? I just want to know.
I'm standing with Ishmark and his sister.
Okay, so far away, out of sight.
Yeah, that's where I took the child.
I guess 60 feet away on the other side of the market or something.
Okay.
I don't know. He didn't say anything about the plan to us, so...
Yeah.
I'm out of dangerous spell range.
Alright, sounds good. So you're 121 feet away.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
So now I'm going to just kind of like take a deep breath and just sigh and like look down and shake my head for maybe a few seconds, and at the same time I'm going to cast message and right at the bard. And so, whispering where only he can hear me, I'm going to say, don't leave yet. When I unlock this, just wait it out until there's a big enough distraction and then escape. And you can say something back to me if you want, the Aeron, and they won't be able to hear you.
My story at this time randomly says the word yes.
Okay. All right, so he understands.
Cool.
That's my assumption, is that you understand. So, shit, where am I going with this? Let's see.
I don't know, but I'm excited to be part of this plan.
Yes. So, I have this key hidden in my hand. I've got my staff that are. And so, okay, so to start back up the chastising, I'm going to go up. Remember last time you got us in this situation? And then just start making up some story about how he's done this before. And I can't believe we're at it again. I'm going to cast. Let me think this through. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion. So let's pop that up real quick. Of a bird, like a crow, or like a couple crows, coming and just like kind of swooping in and starting to like kind of peck at me and pick at me and stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have them peck and pick because I can make sound and illusion at the same time because I'm the
You
wizard
have
school
crows,
of
or like,
illusion.
are they ravens? Just curious.
We could do. Well, what does it seem would make more sense in this
You've
area?
seen more. You haven't really seen any crows. You've seen ravens. Just to let you know.
Okay, we'll do ravens then.
Okay.
That seems to make more sense. So I'll have like 2 or 3 ravens start like kind of coming down and picking at me or something, and just like while I'm in the middle of this like charade, and I'm going to have them pick at me.
You make up another perception check when you do this,
Okay.
because this is quite interesting. Okay, never mind. You don't notice anything. All right.
All right. So as
Can I make a perception check?
Sure, go ahead. Okay, you notice that when these crows start coming down on him, there's a lot of people that react to it as if there's some kind of meaning to it, and they start whispering between each other. And they look very confused. No, you don't notice this. But go on.
So as they start picking at me, I'm going to slowly like kind of have them pick at me, so I back into the lock, and I like kind of hunch over the lock now, and I'm like, no, stop picking at me, at the same time as I use the key I made to try to unlock the lock.
The guards are laughing at you, by the way.
I assume they would be.
Yeah. All right, so you, unlock it.
And it unlocks?
Oh yeah, it unlocks. And now you are looking at this gigantic lock. I don't know, you probably can't see me, can you? But you notice...
I got the stream up, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, do you? Okay, well, you'll see it in 20 seconds. You notice that it's kind of like the top half of it kind of hangs open like this. It's...
Right.
And then you realize it is very, very obvious.
Oh, yeah, I assumed.
Very obvious that the lock is just hanging there. Just to let you know.
I planned for this.
All right, good. It's good that you have a plan for this.
So I'm going to take the lock off, and
Okay.
then hold on. I need to see if I need to do this or something else.
You could.
How long? Well, that's not long enough. Hold on.
You're gonna press to digitation a lock? That's not a bad idea.
I don't think I can make something that big because the prestidigitation rules, unless you
Within your hand.
Yeah, but
The
it
rules-
only lasts as long as it is in his hand. After it leaves the hand, it's gone. So
Yeah. So, what? Shoot, that's not long enough. All right. That's concentration. All right, I'm casting.
silent image, 10 minutes. Yeah.
How did you know? So, silent image of a that's no larger than 15-foot cube, which obviously I can make this perfect size of the lock. Replace the lock that was on there. So now there is an illusion of the lock. And I'm gonna like start like I'm gonna angrily tuck away the lock and the key, and well, the key I'll just drop so it disappears. Basically, the lock I'm gonna tuck away into like a pocket or in my robes or whatever.
Did
And,
you need?
like,
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Did you need concentration for prestidigitation?
No.
Okay. Continue then.
So, I just didn't roleplay. How do you hide the vocal element of it?
How do I hide the what?
Vocal element of it.
I still can't understand you. It's really echoey.
Verbal.
Oh, the verbal of silent image.
Mm-hmm.
I could just be muttering it while I'm like yelling, like in between, like "Stop picking at me," something like that.
Okay. I just wanted to hear how you were doing that. That would be funny.
That's pretty much how it is.
All right. Now, the guard that had originally come over to you guys, he walks up to you now and he says, I will take you. You should leave now, before you anger Isaac. But I will take you to the burgomaster.
And I kind of turn. I have them flutter away. I'm like, these damn ravens everywhere. What kind of town is this?
We should go.
Just quickly, like, start Yoda walking my way with him.
Got it. All right. Okay. Good times. So, he starts walking north with you. Does everyone follow?
Do I see my stuff, by the way, before we move on from me?
Your stuff has been taken away. It was given to a guard that walked north.
The guards will divide it up later or play.
I guess he's walking up the street, right?
Yep. Well,
Yeah,
no. Yeah. You're right. Sorry.
If he's
Where
walking
is
north, right?
Yeah.
where are me and Nishmark and his sister?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think we're here.
let me
like
just
here,
double check
like,
that. I
at
could
this
be.
corner.
I think I might be wrong. Let me just check where the burgomaster's house is, and then I'll tell you. I should label everything better.
I have no idea. You just said north. So.
Yeah, I said north, but I think I might be wrong, which is why I'm checking it.
I mean, there are a couple
assume
of
it's
Yeah,
them,
they're
right?
walking south. Actually, they're walking south. Every time I said north, just imagine that I said south instead. So, he assumes that everyone's following. Ishmark runs up to you, or actually, since you're already beside him, Ray, they
Yeah.
say, "We have found where the inn is. It is to the north of here. We are going to go there, and we will get a room, and we will take the children there. Then later, we will go together and find the church."
Okay.
All right. Meet us back there when you sort out everything with your friend.
So where is the inn?
Oh, it is directly to the north, and there you will see it at the cross sections. Straight up this way, and she points to the
What
kind of
is the
north.
name of that?
The Blue Water Inn. Is that right?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. The Blue Water Inn. And she says, "We will meet you there."
Okay.
All right. Okay. Everybody's following the guard that's taking you to the burgomaster? Or no?
I kind of can't.
You technically could, but they would notice. There's lots of people in the square. They're decorating the square. So, yeah.
I'll follow them, but I'm distracted by everything.
Sounds good.
I'll just flit from.
I would just like to ask the guard real quick
Mhm.
if there's any kind of alchemist in this town.
The guard, if there's an alchemist in town, he says, "You know, there was a traveling alchemist. I am not sure. He was a Vistani. He came to see, Blinsky."
Oh, that's the thing that's on the toys, right?
Blinsky, yes. Yes. He is a very unsuccessful toy maker. His shop barely stays open. But the burgomaster likes him. He He thinks that he brings joy to the people, so he helps them.
Is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Is no fun, is no Blinsky. That is a terrible, terrible slogan.
I know.
We can, actually, if you decide that you would like to go see him, he is just north of the Burgomaster's.
I'll see him later.
Perception check for...
Oh, perception check.
I don't know. You don't see anything out of the ordinary? Or what are you looking for?
That was. I don't know what.
Oh, well. Okay.
That was me. That was me for something else.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, yeah, you guys are going to get to there. Alright, let me bring you over to the Burgomaster.
So how long has it been since we walked away from the stockade?
You guys were there for an hour. It's
no,
about...
I mean since we walked away.
Oh,
because our bar's
just
just
a minute.
technically.
You've walked for like 250 feet, maybe more, maybe
Okay, so
like...
at about 9 minutes
Yes.
after I cast the silent image, because it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh God!
I'm going
Really? Okay.
yeah, I'm going to. I was letting us leave and stuff, so I have a cook. I'm gonna like use message cantrips so nobody can hear us.
Sure.
It's I have a cook. I need your assistance in freeing our bard friend. I know you're not a fan of his stories, but it's also not fair why he was placed in the stockade, and you know that.
That's why we are looking to talk to the noble.
Yes, it'd be simple. Just grab me right here, and I kind of point to like the back of my neck, and just carry me. I'm going to be out of my senses for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to change my owl familiar
Throw
into
you
a
over
raven.
the shoulder.
That works, however you want. I'm going to hand the lock to my owl, which I changed into a raven, as my fine familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take over his senses and send him commands to fly back to the stockade and fly down to where the lock was.
Wait, you
and
want
start.
you want a raven to
No.
carry a 10-pound lock?
It's too big.
Is what you're telling me?
10-pound lock.
It's
I
a.
didn't know it was.
Yeah, it's
10
made of
pounds.
steel. Yeah.
Let me see if they can carry it.
It's 6 inches in diameter. It's thick.
Well, I can't. I don't want to make games, so I can't do that.
How,
Talking
okay,
character.
So I guess I'll just ask. I'm not worried about the numbers, but could he carry it or not?
No.
If you just say no, that's fine.
Yeah. No, not a single raven. Maybe if you tied
Okay,
it on a
so-
string and you got like a few ravens together, maybe.
No, that's okay. So I'm gonna have the raven just head over there,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have it like start fluttering and kind of just picking at the illusion. Like I know it would kind of look weird, but I assume nobody's within a few feet of it to really notice that it
Mm-hmm.
seems like it's actually not picking at anything. So
Mhm.
it's gonna pick at the illusion a bit, and then kind of caw or squawk or whatever, and then just poof, just disappear at the same time that the lock does. And I'm going to lock it away because I can dismiss my find familiar.
So you're
So I'm
basically
gonna
gonna make
dismiss
the.
him.
Okay. Got it.
Make it seem like this familiar raven picked the lock a bit and then poof, disappeared with the lock at the same time that the illusion ends.
All right.
Does that make
Sounds good. So your raven, as it flies over there, can you see through your raven's eyes or anything?
Yes, that's
Okay.
why he's carrying me, because I
Perfect.
can.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So you see Isaac standing right in front of Theron. And Isaac is saying, can you hear too?
Yes, I can see through my. I have the senses of
Good.
it, sight and sound and
So-
smell.
Isaac is saying, tell me about your friends. I want to know everything. What is their purpose here? And then what do you say, Theron?
We are just a traveling party. We don't necessarily have anything here. We just certain members of our party, myself included, when we come by bad actions such as this, cannot take a blind eye to it.
How? Explain to me how you are affiliated with the Ravens.
The Ravens?
Don't play stupid with me. I saw the ravens with your friend. You are in league with them.
If we were, what would be the problem with that?
That's such a weird answer. I'm sorry.
He says, I don't even know what he would say back to that. I think he would just punch you in the face. He pulls his hand up like he's about to like just hit you in the face and like holds back a little bit.
You should try that defense in real life.
What's so bad about terrorist group A? All right. All right. So, anyways, right as he's interrogating you and about to punch you in the face, the raven flies up towards the lock. I guess, right? Am I right?
It's gonna kind of fly and like perch itself for a second and kind of perch, and then it would start going at the lock. But I guess if I see him doing that,
Yeah.
I would have him kind of perch and just kind of look at Isaac and kind of just like hop around like ravens do.
Yeah.
Squawk a bit and fan his wings.
All right. So as soon as the raven lands, Isaac's eyes get huge, and he says, oh, "There, you see!" And he goes and he takes his hand to like smash the raven. Now, is this is a like fairy creature, or does it have hit points?
It has, yeah. It's just a raven basically is the familiar.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna try to punch it. And
Can I just dismiss him the
You
moment
can.
I see he's gonna attack him?
Yeah, you can.
All right, so I'll just, as soon as I see him raise his fist and about to strike, I'm just gonna poof, just dismiss him.
And he tears off the whole right side of the stockades. And
Got my raven dodged. I need to see what AC just because I'm curious now.
yeah, and he looks at the stockades and he realizes he lost his temper, and he says, oh. And then he says, "You
12.
don't move! You don't move! I will kill you!" And he's looking for the lock on the ground. And then he's looking at his fist like, did I disintegrate the lock?
This is awesome.
And he calls to a guard and he says, "Put him in a different stockade with a different lock." And they look terrified of him, and they move you to a new stockade.
After all that, it was worth it. I tried. I don't know any of the aftermath. I just see about to get punched. I'm out.
Oh my god.
I'll kind of like come to my senses on Ivikuk's shoulder. I don't think fortune is in favor of our bard. I did what I could, though.
It will get back to your interrogation in a minute. Oh, do you want to do anything as you're being moved? I mean, you do have the option, or are you just not resisting?
I'm not resisting, but
Okay.
I just kind of, I just, at this point, I'm super silent.
Okay. Yep. So, yep, he locks you in. He's going to continue his interrogation in just a moment, but we're going to get back to the other party. And, oh, I've already moved you, haven't I?
Me?
No, you guys just see a black screen, am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, let's hope that I've done everything.
So, by the way, that roll
Yeah.
that I did was to see if I noticed the lock disappearing or not. And I'm kind of confused how the lock just randomly disappeared.
Yeah, he thinks he, like, obliterated it. He's like, oh, my hand's more powerful than I thought. He's, like, touching metal. Making sure it doesn't obliterate when he touches it. Alright, let's pull some characters over. Alright. And you have, yeah, we're gonna have to give you some light, I think. Wait, who did I just pull over? I think I might have pulled over the bard. You're not there.
I don't see. I just see black screens. So
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's because I
I'll be
need to
back in
give
a
you guys light. Yeah, take your time. There we go. You guys can see. Alright, yeah, go ahead and pull over your characters' tokens over here. See if I have to give you light. Yep. And the guard says, yes, if you want to see Blinsky, he is directly north of here. And he says, I will leave you here. You should have no trouble. And he opens the door for you guys. So,
Fnipper is going to resummon his raven, switch it back to an owl, and just have it kind of perched on his shoulder. But he is still on the shoulder of Ivakuk.
okay. And we are here. Okay. This mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors. So, that is what you see as you walk up to it. Alright, and when you walk inside, you see framed portraits that adorn the walls of this gray foyer, which feature a wide staircase with a sculpted railing. A long carpeted hall attached to the foyer stretches almost the length of the mansion, and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the end, far end. Bundles of twigs are heaped against the wall. Alright. Yeah, you guys can all move your tokens inside, and that's where the guard leaves you. It doesn't seem that anybody comes to greet you. It seems like it seems a little bit odd that a mansion of this like caliber doesn't have like a butler or a maid walk up to you. You know, or somebody to greet you.
There's just
I put
a door
Fnipper
open,
down.
or we open the door?
The guard opened the door, and you guys kind of just walked in.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, there's bundles of twigs everywhere. You can see them on the map.
What are they good for? I just look at one of the bundles.
Yeah, it looks like they're just twigs and branches.
Hello? Hello? We're here to see the band.
And how loudly do you say that?
I'm calling out to like try to get it throughout the house.
Oh, like pretty loud?
Yeah.
And a woman walks out, and she looks at you, and she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
That's alright. He didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, you
that I
guys
know of.
actually see the letters too, don't you?
A.
We're just ignoring them.
That's fine. That's weird. Yeah, all the letters are there. Yeah, just ignore them. I don't know why I left them there. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Come." And she leads you over to this room over here. Where is, aren't we missing somebody?
You're missing me.
Not you.
Yisha's missing.
Yisha. Yeah, we're missing Yisha. Oh, he went to the bathroom, that's why. Alright. So, yeah. She opens the door for you guys, and boop. You come inside, and you see a room full of women.
Oh god.
A chandelier.
You're on your own, Fnipper. You're on your own.
A chandelier of wrought iron fitted with wax candles hangs above a polished wooden dining table. Around the table are seated 8 women of various ages in comfortable, high-backed chairs. They wear faded clothes, drink tea, and devour cake, with a 9th woman well dressed and very pleasant with herself. She circles the table and talks excitedly about decorations for the impending festival. I guess that's what would have happened if you would have just walked into the room. But she says, "Oh, here, I'm so sorry. Let me give you some cake." And she offers you cake and tea.
Oh, this is quite this service. Yes, my friends, they would like some cake as well.
Just remember the last woman we met with pies.
Okay.
How can you laugh at that?
Because Nipper originally went there for not
You're a
good reason.
dirty old man. You just count 9 women and the rest is just history, right?
It's like, oh
Yes,
boy.
he's the dirty old man. Stop treating me like I am.
All right. So you guys, she says, "Are you excited about the festival? Are you guys all in the room or no?" She says, "Come in. Come. Sit down. Sit down." She's shoving you over here. If you don't want your characters over here, just move them back where they were.
I'm sitting very awkwardly.
Yeah. She gives you a cup of tea, and it's a very small like teacup. So, and you have very large hands, so you kind of like got to put your fingernail through the through the hole. And she's like, "Oh, you're very large, aren't you? Let me get you a few cups of tea." And she grabs a few cups of tea. And she says, "Oh, and I guess Yisha is going to be here too." And she brings Yisha in. There's Yisha.
Wow, she's huge.
She's huge.
What happened?
Oh, look, it keeps forgetting all my bloody hit points and stuff.
I hate that.
Ridiculous.
So, she sees you, Yisha, and she says, I don't know how much you missed, but basically you walked in, this woman kind of like goes, "Oh, come into this room." And now you see a whole bunch of women sitting at a table, and they're like, they have twigs in their hands. They're drinking tea and eating cake, but they also have these like twigs in their hands, and they're like fashioning this like, it looks like the beginning of like a bowl or something. You know? And she says, "Are you excited about the festival? Oh, here, let me get you some twigs." And she hands you some twigs, Yisha. And she says, "Go on. You can help fashion the burning sun."
I'll take the twigs and look at them. Look at what the girls are doing.
Yeah, they're kind of just putting it together. It looks like a bowl at this point. She's like, "It's going to be huge."
No, I'll just drop them.
Yeah,
Lost interest.
lost interest.
Actually, no. I'm going to pull my knife out and start whittling at the stick.
Nice. And, yeah. And she says, "Remember not to make it too big. We had to take it out in sections so they fit through the door." And, you know, they kind of nod, and they're just eating cake and hanging out. And she says, "Are you guys excited about the festival? My husband has put a lot of work into it."
I just stare up and down. How
I'm going
old is
to-
she?
She's probably in her 40s. Late 40s.
I'm going to whittle these sticks to a fine point
Okay.
and make them kind of pencil size.
Sure.
And you know the way the Japanese sort of female assassins
Yeah.
dressed as geisha had the pointy sticks through their hair?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Alright, sounds good. Yeah, she's kind of looking at you like a little concerned. She says, "I imagine that you're here to see my husband."
We are.
Good.
How many of those festivals do you have?
Oh, we have one every week.
Every
Party
week.
town.
Every week.
And how long do they last?
They last the weekend. The last,
I
the last 2 days of the moon's phase.
think I'm starting to understand. It's a good tea, by the way.
Oh, thank you. And she says, go ahead, have some cake. And she brings you some cake, too.
This cake's delicious.
I'm like shoving a whole piece in my mouth at the same time.
Yeah.
I just hand you my piece.
I'm a gnome, so it's not like it's hard to shove the whole piece of cake in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yisha discovers the cake and she'll take too much.
All right. Okay, and at this
You gotta
point...
give me the recipe for this. This is delicious.
Oh, of course. I'll get my cook to do it.
And how long are you married, if I may ask?
Oh, I've been married to him since we were very young. I was 21.
That's not that long ago.
And she says, you're a strange creature. Where are you from? I don't mean to be rude. I just don't see many of your kind.
He is a strange one.
She's talking to you, by the way.
Just talking to
Well,
Snipper? Oh no.
No, no,
I didn't
no.
think so. I didn't think so.
Yeah. I like how I just say, she's talking to you, and then don't specify.
I'm just saying, not that far away. Just the mists between us.
I see.
A war-torn land. Where you need to fight for survival to be accepted.
Okay. And she continues to talk about how exciting the festival is to her friends and eats cake and gives them cake, and they don't really seem to be excited. They don't really seem to like really do anything other than just kind of like if she says something funny, they laugh, but they don't really seem to be like genuinely laughing. They look like they're just there to eat cake and tea. You know? Like it's a status thing. Like they really don't care to be here. You know?
So, what year? How many years have you been doing this?
Oh, it's probably for the last 3 years. My husband, he, in his wisdom, has decided that maybe we can get free of the devil. And she kind of looks at you like, you know who, the devil. By creating happiness. You see, he feeds on sadness. Maybe we can escape this land if we can make ourselves happy enough.
Happiness is very good. I can just positive influence on a dire situation.
Yes, it is quite important.
And I kind of nudge to Ivacook as I say, it makes sense now why you legally have to be happy.
I just look at the women and say, would you excuse us for a minute, please?
Why, of course.
And now, could the women please leave the room for a minute, please?
Oh. And they kind of look at they look at her, and she says, go ahead, dears. You can go have some cake in the other room.
How old do these ladies look?
They vary in age. Some are young, some are old.
And I stand up
Where you
and
going
walk
with
to the
the
other
cake?
side of the table and kind of put one of the chairs back. So please, sit down, lady of the house.
And she says, okay. And she sits down at the head of the table.
Okay. Well, I think I just sit where I'm sitting right now.
Did Nipper follow the ladies?
Yeah, I think he did.
Where are you going with that cake? Come back!
Your knitting skills are extra special. Jesus. This dirty perv. Well, I guess you're buying us, 5 to 10 minutes?
I'm looking for the cook right now, actually.
Yeah, if you want. They tell you that the cook is in the room this way behind. So we'll
South
go around
or-
the table and we'll just start letting everybody take their
Sounds
actions. Let's get back to Theron for a second. Although there's not going to be much for you to do here since you're locked in a stockade. But
Well, role playing is role playing.
is there anything
I
that
tried
you
so
wanted
hard.
to do, Theron?
Me?
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be interrogated.
Yes, you are. But before you're interrogated, as they're like locking you in the stockades, is there anything you want to do? Or are you just going to wait for him to walk over to you?
It takes a few minutes for the poker to heat up.
I'm going to use as they lock me away.
Mhm.
I will do prestigation.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, to make it smell like I did like the worst fart ever.
Okay. He says, he comes over to you and he says, "You reek." And he says, "Now you will tell me, or the next time I won't be breaking the stockade, it will be your face."
Can you repeat that? I did. You kind of sputtered with me.
Are you telling the DM that or him that?
I'm telling the DM that because I
Okay.
didn't hear what he said.
Okay, okay. He said to you that he wanted. Oh, what did he just say?
Talk or I'll
It's
smash
you
your
reek.
face in.
Yeah, he says you reek, and that if the next time it's not going to be the stockade that gets smashed, it's going to be your face. He says, "Are you ready to talk?" Niall's been talking. Nobody's been listening.
I had my mic muted and I didn't realize.
Whoops. Oh, let me move the map over. So, what are you going to do, Mr. Stockades?
I mean, I'm just going to let him
Sure.
just kind of let him talk at me at this right now.
Yeah. So, he basically goes through and says, "Who is your large friend?"
Which one? I have two.
Both of them. The one that decided he was going to stand in my face and question my authority.
He is a half orc.
What is this orc thing you speak of?
They are a race of plunderers and murderers. Ivacook is the product
So
of
he is a
one of
murderer.
those.
Have you seen him murder
Ivacook.
anyone?
No, I have not. He is the product of one of those species.
You didn't see him murder the Vistani?
No, he
No.
just came last session.
Oh, okay.
He is the product of one of those creatures bastardizing a poor woman.
Hmm. And he says, "Well, what is their intention here?"
I was just their traveling companion. To be honest, I really don't know this group.
Maybe I let you out. Maybe you help me. How will you help me? Why don't you think about this for a little while?
Okay.
And he walks
I
away.
say, I will think about it. Yes.
Yep, and he leaves. And you see a little kid like standing there laughing at you. It's a little like pudgy kid with like, you know, really bad like acne, but he's like 11 years old. He's got like freckles, and he just is like pointing and laughing at you.
I make a little toy and just kind of like a little rubber ducky sort of thing and start like not squeaking it, but just kind of playing with it in my hand.
Yeah, he says, he doesn't say anything. He just laughs at you.
Okay.
Alright, so, I have a cook. What would you like to do? I have a cook.
No. I will address the lady again and say, I send the women out. So if I choose the wrong words, that I'm not offending you in front of your guests. I learned humans have a particular sense of their emotions can get very high in that regard.
And she looks really confused. She just waits.
Well, we are here to see your married husband, but I don't understand why you are keeping up with this illusion.
What illusion?
These festivals.
And she says,
Everyone I talk to in the city doesn't enjoy anything of it. And the constant arrival of a festival and another one, just to not being punished, brings them more sadness than all that is happening around it.
and she looks at you, and she says, how about some more cake? That will make you feel better.
I know that facing the truth is hard, and to accept it is even harder. But you can't, and won't ever stop Strahd.
She gasps when you say his name.
With these festivals.
She says,
He murders women, hunts children, drinks blood. And this won't change if you put a smile on your face.
she says, I would be more comfortable if you didn't say his name.
I don't fear him.
Well, I do.
You should not. Because that's what that is what his whole regime is built upon. And believe me, my race knows fear. And how to put it into people.
And then,
But I'm not here because of that. I saw a child being strapped onto the stockades just because being a child and having his emotions. I agree. Being not happy is not good. Being happy is good. But you can't force it. You can't force someone to be strong. He needs to achieve it on his own, because only then it is real. And the reason I'm talking to you is because I don't know. To be sure, to be truthful, but I just hope to find an open ear.
and she says, I don't know what to... And then something's going to happen, but before that something happens,
Okay.
Rye and Fnipper, did you want to do anything?
Wait, Fnipper is still dressed?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so-
Oh, you know what? Let me say Rye and Yisha. We'll get to Fnipper since he's in a different room.
Yeah.
I'm kind of not paying attention to the conversation. I'm generally not interested, but I do mutter some words under my breath and cast a spell, Thaumaturgy.
Oh,
And that's what I do.
okay. And which part of thaumaturgy are you using?
The voice booms up to 3 times louder,
Oh boy. All right.
but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and only use it when I need to.
Okay. And Finipper, you wanted to see the cook, am I right?
Yeah, following the ladies like, where are you going with the cake, ladies?
And she says, they say, oh, so sorry. We're actually going to get some more.
Oh, is the cook over here? He's gonna get this recipe.
Yes, follow me. And she escorts you into this room, and then you see the cook, and he's standing behind the counter, and he looks very confused, just seeing a very short old man. And he says, hello.
Hello.
How can I
The lady-
help you?
And I'm like, kind of chewing and like have that tough, like too big to swallow, swallowing. Excuse me. Yes, this cake is delicious. The lady of the house sends me back here to get the recipe from you.
Oh, yes. Yes, it was it's a very good recipe. It was actually from the butler. He gave me the recipe. It was his grandmother's. But
Yeah. I'm gonna fumble around and pull out a piece of paper and a quill, and I'm all ready.
and he says, unfortunately, I lost it, and all I have left is this mix here. And I would ask him, but he's been missing for days.
Here. That's not good. When was the last you saw him?
I saw him going to the attic. He was going to see something to the, he was going to see to the Baron's son, and he just never came back.
So his Baron's son, he lives in the attic.
He spends his time there.
Hmm.
I would not go up there if I were you.
It's not my house. I'm not going anywhere I'm not invited.
And he says, the maid also went to check on him. One of the other maids. And she is now gone too.
Does the Baron know of this? Seems quite mischievous.
And he says, he knows that they are missing. He has talked to his son knows nothing of it. But if I had my say, I think that he is doing something very strange. There are very strange things going on here.
Well, I'm currently in a town where it's illegal to be unhappy, so strange things aren't really, surprising anymore.
And he opens the oven and pulls out some more cake.
Oh, talk about distractions. And that'll be the end as I'm just patiently waiting, like pitter-pattering like a hungry dog, waiting to get some more cake.
Alright, and the Baron walks into the room. And, Theron, there's really not much left for you to do, so I'm going to just kind of skip you for a little bit. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
And, the Baron walks in, and he looks to his wife, and he says, I see that we have guests. And she says, oh yes, we have guests. They're quite delightful. Would you like some cake, honey? She looks like she's just trying to, like, make sure that he's in a good mood. You know what I mean? Like, she's almost kind of, like, nervous with him around. Got this, like, sickening nervousness. And he walks over, and he, like, kisses her on the head. And she just kind of sits there still. You know? And he says, I see that we have guests. And I believe that you are here because of someone in the stockade. Am I correct?
Yes.
I don't want to speak just yet, so...
Whoops. Alright. And he says, I believe that he assaulted Isaac. Am I correct?
just shake my head.
Yes.
No.
I am
Oh,
I am sorry for your loss then.
I am here to offer you an opportunity.
Hmm. You, by the way, you also hear some like metal outside. It sounds like there's some guards right outside the door. So just to let you know.
I'm gonna pretend I
And
don't notice.
I just stand up and give him a soldier salute to the Baron, and now I say I am Ivercook, and these are, well, we are fighting and traveling companions.
I see.
One of those traveling with us might be of special interest for you.
And he kind of gives this thin smile that curls up on the end. His lips are very thin. What kind of proposition are you making?
God, someone needs to assist me here. I don't know care how anyone, but when it comes to a role, I don't really need any help. I can't. So, I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna be truthful. Since I entered the city, I heard a lot of your festivals and how well anyone is abiding to the rules.
Some they're terrorists of unhappiness. Here. Some people
Well,
purposefully make others miserable. And I put so much energy and effort into making them happy. You have no idea how hard it is to make a whole entire city happy. And I put effort and money and energy into festivals to create happiness. And yet, people aren't happy. They need to understand that that is a very terrible offense. But not as terrible as what your friend did. Assaulting an
I
officer.
understand you completely, Baron. My father was the third cousin of many arrows, which is a big city, which was a leader of a big city in my home. I agree. Those that lead most often don't get the respect and the attention they deserve. It is a burden and not a privilege like many see it. But the man you are holding, as old as he may be, as wise he is, he has a beautiful tongue when it comes to the singing and playing of instruments. Some call him the Golden Voice, a traveling bard of extraordinary skill who might alleviate. I don't even know the name. He just says that he heard it somewhere. One of your festivals to a point that it will always be remembered and to stand out from the festivals before and bring true joy to every heart.
And he says, really? That is quite interesting. Well, maybe we shouldn't hang him after all.
You can hang him after that.
No, he can't.
No.
That man is a psychopath. I'm just laughing to make him sure of himself, you know?
All right. But I do have to teach him a lesson. You understand?
Maybe you should teach your god a lesson.
Boom! As soon as you say it, like the whole house echoes. The guards run in, which I'll pull them out in a second. Yeah. Did you realize that you were gonna shout that?
No, I didn't.
Well, it has to be a minute because it only lasts a minute.
Yeah. It's still under a minute. And they look very taken aback. They have no idea what to say. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, hold on. Let me.
I just sigh. I'm building it all up, and he's just tearing it down.
Yeah, he says, "What are you doing? Are you trying to blow out my eardrums?"
I'm sorry, I forgot my voice was like this. Shut up now.
You can turn it. He can turn it off. So.
No, I'm doing it on purpose. I'm causing a distraction.
Okay. So yeah, you even hear that, by the way. Fnipper.
Me? Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. Well, actually, no, you don't. Fnipper.
If I was shouting.
Yes,
You
sir.
you hear a terrible sound. You heard him scream.
He just like screamed, or did I hear what he said?
It was Oh, you heard what he said. It was he used what do
Maybe
you call
you
it?
should teach a lot about
The
it.
booming voice.
Yep.
thing.
Yeah. The whole house heard it.
What did he say though?
What'd you say again?
Maybe you should teach your god a lesson.
And I recognize this as a bard's voice. I'm like, oh, looks like my plan worked out. You should have some cake.
It's not your bard.
No, it's not the bard.
It's not the bard?
No, it's not the bird.
It was the orc.
Thought it was.
You probably
Oh.
don't recognize my voice because I don't talk often, so...
Yeah, I'm still trying to distinguish between each person. Oh,
It's
okay.
okay.
So he yells out, maybe you should.
Teach your god a lesson.
Maybe
He looks at you and he says, "I don't know what you're playing at. But maybe you should leave. Maybe I should hang your friend."
I shake my hand and I point to my mouth and I say, I'm trying to signal that I can't talk properly.
You can turn it off, can't you?
I can, I'm just playing a fool at the minute.
Oh. Do you want to say anything?
Excuse my brother. He's being impolite.
Well,
What
You're-
kind of punishment did you have in mind, if I may ask?
we leave him in the stockades, but we'll take him out a day before, so that he can get his voice ready. It'll be 2 days in the stockades.
I see. Is there any family poem or song you want to have performed? He might need some time out of the stockade to learn.
And he says, "Oh, yes, yes." And he gives you like this. He says, "I will deliver it to him so that he can practice in the stockades." And he sends one of the guards, you know. And the guard looks super pissed off. By the way, he looks very angry, you know. And he says, "Take this to him so he can practice. Let him know that he will not be hanged, and he will be out in 2 days." You can tell that this has pissed off the guard, you know. But he takes it. He takes the letter, and he steps out and heads out to Theron, which we will go over what is talked about when it is Theron's turn. All right. And he says, "Well, is there anything else that I can do for you, my guests?"
Cake.
And she says, "Of course, dear. Have some cake."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she gives you cake too.
Mm.
Maybe, well,
Nom, nom,
we
nom.
will stay in the city until the festival happens, just to make sure our friend is safe.
Oh, of
and
course,
well
I
off, and
expect you to.
we can attend it.
Yes, that would be amazing. The more happy people, the better.
May I ask for something?
Yes, you may ask.
Yesha, this lovely elven maiden. Well, she's still young and a bit shy, but she wants to learn the ways of the humans and the people. Would it be okay for her to visit your wife to exchange? I just look at him and say, whatever females talk about.
Yeah, and she says, "Oh, that would be great. We could fix your hair. We could get you a pretty dress." And she starts
I want
touching
a
your
pretty
hair.
dress.
Yesha, she starts like pulling your hair, and not pulling it, but like, you know, like trying to like get the like leaves out, and she's like picking crap out of your hair and dusting you off. And...
I'll pull away and.
The hair she has left.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. She's terribly burned. I forgot about that.
Oh yes, keep
Yeah.
forgetting.
She says, "Yeah, me too." She says, "Oh, what has happened to you?"
I look at it. I
and
look
there goes
across
our
the table
time.
and say, "Smart."
She says, "Well, we can make you look pretty." Like Freddy Krueger in a dress. I'm sorry.
She's got no use for being pretty.
It's true. Alright. Okay. So, Theron. The guard comes up to you. And he says, "It looks like your friends have saved your life."
That is nice of them.
And he walks over and he says, This is a song that you'll learn. They'll let you out in 2 days." And he stuffs it in your pocket.
I say, is there any way I could read that while in here?
And he kind of tilts his head and looks at you. "You don't expect me to hold it in front of you."
No, I don't.
And he says, "I saw you with the ravens."
I told your boss, I really have no idea what these ravens want. This is the first time that I've seen them.
Yes. You know what I think? I think the ravens are in league with Strahd. That's what I think. What do you think?
I have never thought upon the matter,
I think you're lying.
but that is concerning that the people who I have been traveling with, if your hunch is correct.
And he looks at you and he says, "What do you have to do with Strahd?"
I have never heard this name until today.
And he laughs at you. And he says, "I hope that you enjoy your neck not being stretched." And he starts to walk away.
Question.
Yes,
Did the one Ivan say
Isaac?
Isaac, did he say like how long he would give me to think?
No, but he hasn't been back yet.
Okay.
Yep. He'll probably be back later. Hopefully. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the rest of the party, what do you guys want to do?
Snipper, I think. I'm torn between exploring and just going back to the party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go back to the party.
All right.
I don't know. I'll let somebody else go first while I think it over for a sec.
Yeah. So, I have a cook. It seems that your discussions have ended.
Yes, I think it would make the most sense to leave for the inn, right? And so that we can all sit together,
Yeah.
well, as good as possible to discuss what we're doing next, and then inform Firon, if possible, too, so that he's into the plan as well, whatever we come up with.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay. And then, anything else you guys want to do before you leave?
No.
Cool. All right. Yeah. As you walk out, you see that there's like about 6 guards, and you head on out to the city again. Boop. And yes. Which direction would you guys like to go? We'll just use Yisha for now. Or who's leading the party?
Hey. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
I would actually like to go north
Sure.
towards Blinsky.
Sure. So yeah, that's this house right here.
Oh, I need
Right there.
that house.
Yep. So yeah, you guys are walking up that way.
I'll go alone.
Okay.
Meet the rest of the party.
Okay. And well, I mean, they're heading that way too. That's the same way to the thing. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, do you tell them you want to go alone, or?
Yeah, tell them that I want to go alone. After dismissing my competition.
You don't want the people to go there with you?
No, I'm just going in there for a quick visit. I don't want to slow anyone down.
Well, does anybody want to go with him?
You can come with me if you want, but I'm just asking about someone.
Where are you heading?
There's
this house here.
Yeah, as you guys walked by, you know, as you're walking up the street towards the inn, you see a sign that says, it's a cramped little shop, and it has a dark entrance portico, above which hangs a sign shaped like a rocking horse with a B engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are 2 arched lead frame windows. Through the dirty glass, you see a jumbled display of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Means
I
nothing
like
to
that
me.
reaction.
Okay, so do you guys go in? Or does who goes in?
Yeah, I go in.
Is he-
If anyone wants to follow me, can.
Okay. Alright.
Actually, what's visible in the window?
There's lots of toys and like, let's see here. There is, you see a headless doll that comes with a sack of attachable heads, right? There's a miniature gallows, complete with a trapdoor and a weighted hangman. And, yeah, and a bunch of other stuff too. You'd have to go inside to see.
Sort of gruesome Adam's family toys.
And also, you see a doll that looks remarkably like Irina. I mean, it looks just like her. It's uncanny.
I'll have to have a closer look at that.
Okay. All right. So, who's entering the shop and who's not? So I can keep track.
Ryan Isha.
Okay.
What was the name you just?
I don't know what he's talking about. There
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I just remembered my background is that I recently heard that one of my people that I raised in my orphanage had recently died, and that's why I was coming to this town.
Ah. That would be good. If you were
So-
not trapped in the stockades.
I was just going. Yeah, I know. I was just going to.
Yeah.
I might at some point ask about it.
Sure. Yeah. All right. So, you guys walk in. Whoever's walking in. Who's not walking in?
Nipper's still in the Baron's house.
Ooh, interesting. We'll go back to you then. All right. So, ooh, this is good. I like this. All right. So, yeah, I have a cook. Are you going to go to the inn, or are you going to stop by the store? Are you on mute?
Yeah, I think he's AFK.
Alright, so we don't know what's going on. But Rye and Fnipper are going in. No, Rye and Yisha are going in.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys walk in and you see a large man, and he's got like this jester's cap on. He's got a very bright and happy face, and he says, "Customers! Oh, how can I help you? What would you like today? Come in. And he says, "How would you like this headless doll?" He doesn't. I'm so sorry. Where are my manners? My name is Blinsky. I am a wizard of tiny toys.
Tiny toys, you say?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I will give you bargain prices. Perhaps you have a little child in need of joy. Yes? A little toy for a girl or a boy?
Yes, actually. How about a toy for a little girl?
Ah, let me see. What about, how old is she?
I'll
How
point at
old
the
is-
doll.
I can't remember how old she is.
The one that looks like Irina?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, that one is not for sale.
How old is the child with us again? Around 11? I can't remember. How old is Merlin? I can't remember Dave now.
Myrtle?
Myrtle, yeah, there we go. How old is she? I can't
11?
remember.
11?
Yeah. Around 11 years old.
Ah, well, how about this wind-up merry-go-round? And he shows it to you, and it's got figures of snarling wolves chasing children in place of horses. And what are you
know
going to
what?
do, Yisha?
I like it.
I'm pulling at Ray's sleeve and pointing at the doll and saying, Irina.
Yeah,
That's Ishmael's sister, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's the person. It looks exactly like her. It's like no joke. It's her. There's no doubting it.
Is that doll based on someone?
And he stops and he looks at you, and he says, "Yes, I believe it is. It is. I make them for Isaac. So I've never seen her before, but he describes what she looks like to me. So
I saw her walking around the town, walking around Barovia a couple of days ago.
ah,
While we were still there, and
yes,
just figured uncanny resemblance.
she's
Didn't think it's a
beautiful.
coincidence.
Yes,
Yes, she.
he is a very lucky man then."
But yes, how much for the merry-go-round?
Usually it is a gold, but for you, 9 silver pieces.
You know what? Just take the gold piece.
Thank you.
And I would also like, Yisha, do you want anything? I tend to.
Irina.
No, you can't have that.
I'm sorry, I make those for Isaac.
Maybe you can make one for us. Maybe you could make one of geisha for us, Blinsky?
Oh, yes, of course I could. And he says, you would fit in nicely with my others.
How big is this doll?
Probably about 12 feet. Or 12 feet, 12 inches.
What?
Yeah. Wow! Wow, it's bigger than a human.
Hyena golem.
12 inches.
Yes, maybe I'll have to ask you about that another day, but I heard an alchemist came around here a couple days ago.
Ooh, an alchemist. There are many masters out there. What kind of alchemist is this?
I'm not quite sure, I'm just looking for any kind of alchemist. You see, I have these 3 strange potions on me, and I'd like to try and find out what they actually are.
Oh. Well. Let me take a look. And he looks at them. And they have labels on them. Did you see the labels?
No, I did not. I picked them up in a hurry.
Alright, so he starts reading them. And he says to you... Hold on. And he says, alright. Laughter. The Burgermaster would like this one, I am sure. And he yeah, and it's a red tea. It looks like red tea.
Okay.
And youth. That could be useful.
Got that.
And lastly, mother's milk. Mother's milk. It's a greenish, milky looking liquid. That looks disgusting. Well, I am not sure. I do not know of an alchemist. I am very sorry. But I am myself looking for a man named Van Wurg. You see, I am a great student of invention. And I have heard of these masterpieces that he has made, that Van Wurg has made. And they are these clockwork inventions. And if you could find one and deliver it, see, if you could find this masterpiece, it is, let me describe it to you.
Okay, go on.
It is a small clockwork device. It is a lifelike doll, and I believe it is in Castle Ravenloft. If you could bring this to me, maybe I could make, you see, my business is not doing so well, but maybe maybe I could make something spectacular and turn my business around. If you could deliver this to me, I would be indebted to you forever.
You know what? I will try and find this masterpiece for you and deliver it to you on one condition. I get 10% of all profit you make for delivering this masterpiece.
It is a deal. He shakes your hand.
I'll be seeing you later, partner. Blinsky.
Alright, and anything else you guys want to do?
When he finishes the conversation,
Yeah.
I've got the shop. I haven't stolen anything.
Yeah.
I've just left the shop and I'm going in search of Irina. Oh, excuse me.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a question I had as well.
Did you walk into the shop, Ivacook?
I was, I mean, we were traveling the same way, and they
Yeah.
just entered the shop. And my question is, because you described these strange toys,
Yes.
if they were visible from the outside or only the inside.
You can see him in the window, through the window.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna disrupt anything that's going on inside. But let me just roll for myself, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't that blind. So after they get out, who was the one kind of, no, I don't know. I guess Yisha's the one first coming out, or
Yes.
I thought it would be me.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, I just said a minute ago, by the time you finish your conversation, you know.
oh, okay.
I just didn't want to interrupt your conversation.
okay. So I'm gonna approach Yisha and say, how was it inside?
I'll point into the window and say, Irina?
I nod and say yes. Strange. Did he tell you why he made that doll? And if he knows her?
Irina? Irina?
Okay, I think we have the same idea, Yisha. Give me a second. And I walk into the to the store.
Yeah. And you see Blinksky. He says, "Ah! What a day! 3 customers in one day. What can I do for you? Maybe you would like this wooden string mobile of hanging bats." And
I
he, like,
take
they
the
flap
doll
their
of
wings.
Arena Kolyana out of the regalia where it's standing upon, put it on the counter and say, I want to buy this doll.
He says, "You cannot. This is not for sale. I am sorry." And he goes to grab it back from you.
For whom is it? And then I don't let it go. I let my hand stick to it and,
Yeah,
and say,
he
for
kinda-
whom is it then?
Am I still in the shop at this point?
You can be if you'd like.
I would guess he would be coming in as just as I was leaving.
Yeah.
It is for Isaac. Robert.
Yes, Isaac has me make these dolls.
The idiot.
No, not the idiot.
He kind of flinches and he seems a little bit nervous and scared. He doesn't want to say anything bad about him. And he says,
Why does he want pictures of her? Why does he want a doll of her?
"Why would he? I don't. Does he not know her?" He looks confused. "Is this not someone that he knows?" "I
At
don't."
this point, I would walk out the shop.
I don't know. When are you supposed to deliver this doll to him?
He will be picking it up shortly. He does not
Let
pay
me
for
bring
them.
it over.
You want to bring this to him.
Sure. Just tell him if I
Yes.
shouldn't find him, just tell him I have it. But I'm pretty sure it won't take more than 10 minutes until I meet him because I'm gonna search for him.
All right. He says, "Yeah, that would be fine. I believe."
Great. You were very helpful. Now, did someone pick up a toy for Myrtle?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, good. Children.
But nobody
I
bought
walk
it.
out.
Do you? He says, "Is there any children that you would like to buy a toy for? Maybe a boy."
Do I look like someone who has kids?
Your friends have a child.
Well, they don't fight as much as I do.
and he says, "How about this one?" And he pulls out a ventriloquist dummy, and he puts it on his hand, and you recognize this ventriloquist dummy as Strahd Van Zarovich. And he goes, "I want to drink your blood." Wah, 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 wah.
That's great. I take it. Here's one gold.
Thank you so much.
I wish he had just shown me that. I want that now.
Yeah, I just flowed to you. And said there, something for Myrtle too. She has a big mouth anyway, so
What
No,
a,
I'm keeping this.
well,
no, not you.
I like how you guys completely forgot about Freak.
I know.
He doesn't react to anything.
That's
So-
true. He says, "Oh, well, how about this then?" And he pulls out a nesting doll, right? And it's this young woman, right? And it's beautiful. And he keeps taking it apart. And as the doll gets smaller and smaller, it gets into like an old woman until it's like this mummified corpse in the very end.
That's a bit creepy. But well, no. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I've got this dummy now.
All right.
Yeah, I just carried the thing, the doll of Irina,
Sure. All right.
and said, "Isha, wanna join me?" I won't burn you. I'm sorry. I'm still sorry.
I'll follow you.
All right.
We are searching for Isaac, I tell Isha.
Mm-hmm.
He gets these dolls made. I don't know why. I don't know why they look like Irina. Let's not tell him a lot about Irina. Let's question him why he wants that.
Sure.
Maybe he can be useful. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what would you like to do now?
Seek Isaac.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the tavern because I have no reason to seek Isaac.
Okay. So you go to the tavern, and we'll get to you in a minute. And I believe we have not seen Fnipper for not Fnipper. Yeah, Fnipper for a while.
And be patient.
All right. Let's get to Fnipper.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Fnipper. I didn't mean to leave you alone
No,
for so long.
No, I'm fine.
All right. And yes, you're still in the stockades, Theron. Sorry. There's not much to do in the stockades except for kick rocks.
Alright, so if I'm still in the house,
Yeah. We are going to go to the burgomaster's house.
oh, that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was talking with the chef, and I was debating if I wanted to go. Well, I do need to like to get this recipe and get that written down. You don't remember any bits at all yourself? Any just basic components?
He says, I can
Clue?
remember all the ingredients, I just don't remember how much of what.
And let's find this butler. You said he's upstairs, but not to go.
He's been missing for about a week almost.
And is that so? One of the females that's in there, what is she, like a human?
Yeah, she's
or-
a human. She's a young girl. She's quiet. Looks like she was the daughter of one of the other women there. She's probably about 17.
Miss, do you know what happened to the butler?
Blonde hair, blue
Know
eyes,
anything?
big eyes. Yeah. And she says, "No, I don't know. I've noticed that he's been missing for quite a while, but I don't really know. The other
Have you
women, they
seen-
talk of rumors of this, but I'm not really interested."
I can understand it would be very titillating to a youngin' like yourself.
And when you say that, she kind of like looks back, like, "What did he say?"
Do you know anything of their son?
Why is there a giant green bar across the screen now?
Somebody turned my health on, I guess.
What health do you have? 9,000.
Somehow I had 9,000 health. I'm not
Okay.
even... That was weird. Okay. Why is it doing that?
I did that. Okay, I was just checking it out.
Oh, okay.
Afterwards, the first time I didn't know what happened, but the second time I was like, does that really happen? And I checked it out. Okay, so then what would you like to do?
Do you know anything of the sun?
He is very strange. He makes me nervous.
Well, I probably shouldn't go poking my nose about business of others. You said there's more cake in the other room, yes?
Yes, there is more
talking-
cake.
Oh, I was talking back to the chef. Sorry, that's my bad.
Oh, no, sorry.
Doesn't matter. Well, seems my welcome has somewhat ended. I will inquire about this butler.
You hear, and the door opens up, and you hear, "What are you doing here?"
Who is it? Do I know?
It's Isaac.
Oh, it's this cherry fellow again. I was invited here by the Baron in order to get some cake, and I wanted to find out the recipe. So they told me to come back here to the kitchen to find it.
He comes over,
I found.
grabs the last of the cake off your plate, and then just starts eating it in front of you, just sloppily everywhere, just getting all over his face. And any other cake that's around, he just grabs it and starts eating it.
I'm going to use prestidigitation and make it taste like mop water.
Oh,
It's not fully cooked yet, you fool!
his eyes like get wide, and you can tell he looks a little bit green, but he continues to eat it anyways. Just to be spiteful. You can tell he's having a hard time trying to swallow it.
You know, Sir Isaac, it's not necessary to impress a lady of such a young age.
He doesn't say anything. He just his cheeks just puff out a little bit, and you can tell he's trying to swallow. He takes a large drink of something.
So I'm gonna go and prestidigitate that.
What do you, mop water again?
No, this time it's gonna taste like cold cinnamon water and boiled banana.
That sounds disgusting. It sounds disgusting. And he drinks it, and he looks at it, and he says, "This is quite good! What is this?" And the cook looks at him like, "Water."
The guy kind of turns to go, "You got yourself a winner here. Before any more troubles caused, I'm just gonna and I'll just kind of like slowly like kind of walk out, kind of slinky like or whatever, just walk it back into here. I can walk back in here.
Sure, of course.
Is there anybody in here?
No, they've all left.
Okay. I'm gonna look around the room for cake.
Yeah, there's still some cake in here.
So I'm gonna go ahead and snag us some cake and look. Is there any other food or anything?
Tea and cake.
There's tea.
Just tea and
Okay.
cake.
All right. I'll take a few swigs of tea and kind of grab some cake and throw it in my bag.
Sure.
And make my way back out here. And what do I see when I get in here? I know this is kind of leftover.
Oh, women whittling at this like thing in like chunks. There's a whole bunch of bowls now. Like they're very wide open bowls. You can tell that what they're making is this giant circle, but they're not putting it all together yet because, you know, they need to get it out the door.
Madame, is the mistress there? The Baron's gone, I take it.
Yeah, the Baron's gone.
The mistress is the madame's there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, actually the guards probably wouldn't be there either, but hey.
Madam, do you need more help with this? I might be able to be of service.
And she says, "Of course, yes, please."
So I'm gonna spend the next. How long was their role playing? I guess.
Probably
I
like-
assume we're kind of role playing and then meeting back at the end to
Yeah.
continue as a group.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long until about everyone would be at the end? About a half hour, maybe 40 minutes, or is that way too long?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so for the next 40 minutes, I'm going to cast Unseen Servant 4 times as a ritual to create 4 Unseen Servants and give them the simple task of assisting.
Nice. Oh yeah, they start getting the sun together really quick.
Yeah, so they got
She's
4
like,
more people.
You're
and just kind of,
magnificent.
yeah, anything to help such a kind hostess. And I'll kind of like talk with her like as I'm doing this. And so I heard some not so nice things about your son. It seems he makes people nervous.
Oh, he's just misunderstood. He is just into his studies.
Ah, a young lad after my own heart. Studying books, I remember, long, long ago. And it's like starts reminiscing a little bit. What's is it exactly that he's studying?
You know, he really won't tell me. I think it's some sort of a surprise.
Oh, how nice. How does he get along with his father?
Oh, splendidly. Everything here is wonderful and happy.
Ah, that's very, very good to hear. So, I'm gonna roll an insight on her.
Yeah. Have at it.
Oh, hello. That's a good roll.
You can tell that she is bullshitting through her teeth. Yeah.
So, I'm going to cast the message cantrip.
Yeah.
It's kind of like telepathy, I guess.
Yeah.
It's only we can hear it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say, it's okay. You may tell me the truth.
And
Whispering, and so yeah.
you can kind of tell too that she wants to believe it. She's lying, but she's lying so that she can try to believe it. You know what I mean? She's
Yeah,
forcing
that makes
herself to be happy. And so, of course, she
Right.
says, I am telling you the truth. Did your lips move when you said that?
Yes, yeah. Well, if there's any trouble, we should be in town for another few days. I believe my bardic comrade has seemed to have gotten himself in a bit of trouble.
Ah, but employment, nonetheless.
Yes. Well, looking forward to seeing you at the festival, and the rest of you ladies. And I kind of like turn and give like a swooping bow, I guess, to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I should be on my way. Don't want to overstay my welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll kind of like snap my fingers to like try to get the the unseen servants to like work harder. Like, we must get this done quickly. These poor lady's fingers are tired from working all day. And I'll like head out the door here.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just gonna.
You're
take
just gonna
off.
go?
I'm not gonna explore anything.
All right.
Before you head over to the next people, can
Yeah.
I do something real
Of
fast?
course. Yes. What would you like to do?
Can I just use my passive perception just to kind of see what's around?
Yeah. You see lots of people decorating, and it's starting to get later now. You know, it's starting to get like about 3, and yeah, and there's guards, of course. Other people in stockades.
I asked one of the poor-looking people if they could hold up the piece of paper in my pocket for me.
Yes. So there's a lady, and she says, "What do you say to her?" She's walking by.
Ma'am, supposedly I'm supposed to perform at this coming ceremony now.
Oh.
I know this looks weird but I made a mistake, and I repent for that. But I need to be able to read what I'm supposed to perform. Would you mind to please hold up a piece of paper
And
in my pocket for me?
she looks over at the guards, and then she looks at you, and she says, "I really can't. I need to be going." And she walks away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's starting to get late?
Yeah, it's about 3. But it seems it seems that people don't really want to consort with you, and if they do, they just laugh at you because they don't want to get into the stockades.
Yeah. Can
Sorry.
I ask what are the? I try to get the attention of one of the guards. Just kind
Sure.
of like, hey. I just like say, hey guard, I have a question if you don't mind.
Yeah, so he walks over and he says, and it's that same guard that was kind of pissed off at you that put the thing in the pocket, your thing in the pocket, and he says, "What
Okay.
do you want?"
Isaac is supposed to visit me at some point. Do you know when that might be?
I don't know.
Okay. And with that, I'm done.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
I think that's where I have to end today.
Do you? Oh, that's right. You gotta get going too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no problem.
So what I do is cast tonight, just around 8 o'clock.
Mhm.
I'll cast Prestidigitation on the wood of my thing and kind of warm it up so I can sleep a little bit more comfortably.
Sure. Yeah, we'll probably pick up because we're gonna end soon too, like in about a half hour. So we'll probably end there in a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure not enough time. That much time is gonna go by.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
in case we end up starting the next stage.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast that, just kind of keep myself a little bit more comfortable,
Sounds good.
as much comfortable as I can be.
Got it. So I have a cook.
Okay.
Which?
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm heading out.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I will see you later.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.
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 All right. I have a cook. Which direction did you go? North or south? Looking for? Isaac.
I think I first went for the stockades where they are.
So
the
you would.
marketplace.
Yeah. You probably went south then.
Yeah.
All right. So you see, as you're walking down, you see Spinipper.
Yeah.
Snipper. Okay, so he managed to get away from the 8 ladies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Finipper, you see an orc, and he looks like he's walking very fast and looking in directions to try to find something.
Look like someone I know. Like, does it look like Ivakuk?
It is Ivakuk.
Oh, okay. So, you said a half orc, so I was like, is it? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
And Yisha's randomly following
Yeah.
them, sighing.
When I see you, I'm gonna approach you, Snipper.
Oh, Ivakuk. Hello again. I kind of opened my bag and like, I got some cake for us for later. Any
Good.
word on our bard friend?
No, I wanted to check up on him.
Oh,
Do you know where
she'll
this
join you.
Isaac has his hut, his apartment or his office?
Well, I believe Isaac is tied to the Baron's house. I would check there.
You actually
came from
just walked away from Isaac.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I know, like, he was there, and I was like, he seemed quite comfortable. So, and the only reason is because I have like a really high intelligence, so I'm
Yeah.
kind of thinking like, okay, there's a reason Isaac's like hanging out in the back,
Yeah.
like in the chef's area, and just freely helping himself to food, just kind of making the connections.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Very
Is there
smart.
any other inn or a tavern in this city other than the Blue Water Inn?
Are you asking for Nipper or the DM?
Nah, I'm asking Snipper or a random person walking down the street.
Mm-hmm. They as soon as they see your orcish face, they like start walking faster.
I'm used to that, so I'm gonna just
Yeah.
ignore the first one who runs away and just grab the second one and ask the question after I'm holding him.
All right, you grab this guy, and he's like, "Huh! What do you want?"
I'm searching for a tavern.
There's
Other than the Blue Water Inn.
no. There's just the Blue Water Inn. There's a church.
Great. Church. Good. Thank you. Nipper,
Yes.
could you tell Isaac that I need to speak with him, and I meet him at the church, and tell him
I have your doll.
no, I don't want to be so blunt first. Tell him it's
Crucial.
yes.
Very well. So, I'm gonna kind of look at the house, and I'm gonna assume Isaac is in the kitchen, like angrily yelling at or I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna kind of walk around the outside of the house, see if I can tell where he is.
Outside the house?
Yeah, I want to step up to the front door and see if I hear yelling, like, because I assume he's gonna be pretty mad at the flavor of the food and the drink, and so he's probably yelling at the cook. That's my assumption.
Yeah, let me
I wanna
take
see
a
if I can
look where he
Tell
would
if
be.
that's happening or not.
Yeah. You just have to give me a second to find out where he is at.
I want to buy some wine somewhere fast.
Sure. Yeah, there should be wine shops.
Okay.
So, but we'll get to that in just a second.
Gonna spend 3 gold on wine.
Okay. Give me just a moment though before you do that. There we go. There we go. So you're walking around the house, right?
I wanted to step up to the front door to see if I could hear Isaac yelling. See if I could hear where he's coming from.
Sure. You think that you hear him somewhere on the second floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just need to get like a general area of
Yeah.
where he's at.
Yeah, coming from above.
Okay.
You're not really sure. Maybe towards the front of the house, but you can't really tell.
My idea was I wanted to cast message, and if I know where he's at, I can cast it through solid objects.
Yeah.
But if I don't, that's your call. If I would know well enough where he's at or not.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that you hear him. He's in there like he's yelling at somebody.
All right. So I'll
A maid.
point my finger in the direction and be like, "Pardon me, Sir Isaac, but Avacook, the one you are having a spat with, needs to speak with you at the church. He says it's crucial."
And he says, "Witchcraft."
Welcome to the real world, son.
And he says to you, "Tell him I will be there."
Very good. I'll bring the cake. And I just skip away.
When you say cake.
He gets sick.
Alright, and yeah, so, okay, so that's good. Whose turn is it now? Rai? I don't think we've gotten to you, or Yisha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rai?
I went to the tavern.
Okay, you are in the Blue Water Inn. By the way, just as a side note, Ivacook, when you walked into a shop to buy wine, they were all out, and they let you know that they haven't received their shipment, and the only place in the city that has wine would probably be the tavern.
Well, then I'm heading there to get one flask or 2 of wine.
Okay, hold on one second. Son of a bitch.
I should probably not look at that.
Yeah, hold on. Why can you see everything here? Give me just a second. I think that the lighting was turned off. Hold on one second.
You know, there was this big storm and the roof fell off.
The roof fell off and you could see everything.
Oh, if it was a storm, it was completely my fault.
Yeah. Alright, let me pull one of your characters over. It would be...
Right.
Yep, right, for sure.
You're-
And every single time I have to give you light. It's so weird.
Is it not set to the default token?
I don't know. No, it doesn't know. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out later.
I can't even. I can see, but I can't see my token.
Yep. Voop. That's weird. That's weird. Why can't you see anything?
I can see like the area. I just can't see right.
Yeah, there's something weird going on.
Is it?
Bless me.
Is it? Is it on a different layer?
Yeah, that's gotta be what it is. Give me a second. No, you're on the token layer. Hold on one second. Let's try this.
I can see all.
Yeah, pull your token back out. I don't see your token anymore. Oh, I think that I see. I think I know what I did here. I think I pulled your token out to the... Yeah, I did. Whoop. I pulled your token to the dynamic lighting layer. Okay. There we go.
So I'm on my own at the moment, aren't I?
No, it looks like Ivacook is coming to the Blue Water Inn because he needs wine. And Yisha, where are you?
I'm with Havercook.
Okay, so it looks like you are also at the Blue Water Inn. And you're huge!
Well, I'll just give a quick nod to Ivacook,
Mm-hmm.
assuming that he's already gone and seen Isaac, and I'll just I'll walk inside.
Yep. And I think that it's about 1, right? I think that we might leave off here. And I will give you some experience points.
Wait, what? We're cutting here?
Yeah. Why, you want to play a little bit longer? I could probably do 15 more minutes. You know what? Let me take a quick break and I'll tell you how much longer I can do it. Because I gotta go with my kids. But yeah, let's take a 5-minute break and then I'll come back and I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
It would be cool to have to talk with Isaac, so...
I'm so tired. I've hardly had any sleep for the last 3 days.
Oh. How's that?
Just the heat, and I don't get much sleep to begin with. I'm in a lot of pain. I usually get about 3 or 4 hours each night. Shit, I think I left a tap running.
Since we're all here. Yeah, so if you want to, we're back. Want to do your ink and stuff like that and copy stuff over for your book, you can just do it. We don't have to role play through it. Yeah.
Because I assume after the little bit more role playing in the inn, we're gonna take a long rest at the inn itself and kind of start fresh tomorrow, right? With for the festival. But that's the party. What do you guys think?
Yeah, sounds alright.
Okay, so yeah,
Come again,
Fnipper's
sorry?
Fnipper's just gonna catch up with or stop by a store on his way back after delivering the message, get some rare inks and stuff so that he's got a little stockpile. And then I'm gonna pick, because I think I can do 2 spells maybe. I'll figure out how many spells I can do with the time I have from a long rest. And Fnipper will just kind of reside to his room at the inn, and I don't have to worry about Fnipper the rest of the session.
Okay. Yeah, whatever you want to do. You don't have... How much does it cost to copy spells over for you?
If it's a illusion spell, it's 25 gold and 1 hour per spell level. Everything else is 50 in 2 hours.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So yeah, you can just do it, work it out, and you copy spells over.
Okay.
And so that's what Fnipper will be doing. And then while Fnipper's doing that, we can go with everybody else. So who's leading the way into this inn?
I guess that would be me.
Okay. Give me.
Well, I just walked in.
Okay. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall.
That's nice. I'll just walk inside. Do I see these people here?
Yeah?
They look interesting.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is this
you see a very colorfully dressed man here. And he has glasses on, and he looks like he's kind of just keeping an eye on the whole bar, just looking around. There's a woman behind the counter. You see 2 kind of like big thuggish looking men drinking over here, and then in the back corner to the north you see a couple of nobles.
Don't want to get involved with those. So I'll walk over to the lady behind the counter and I'll go behind the counter and I'll go, "Excuse me, miss."
Okay. And she looks up at you and she says, "Well, hello there. How can I help you?" So, by the way, damp cloaks hang from the pegs in the entrance portico. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretched along one wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hangs from the north wall. Another balcony hangs over an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hang above the bar, and resting on the tables bathe the room in Lanterns sit on the tables, and they bathe the room in a dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. And she looks at you and she says, "What can I do for you?"
I am looking for someone who I'm meant to be meeting here. He should have entered with a woman and 2 children.
Yes, they have taken a room upstairs.
Is it alright if I go and see them?
Of course you can. They are... Let's see here. If you go up the stairs and you go directly into... Actually, you'll have to go outside the stairs. You'll have to go outside. And there is a staircase from the outside going up. And then straight across the hall you will find them. They have
Okay.
also purchased rooms, another room for you, which is to the left.
Okay, so there's a staircase outside the building.
There's a staircase outside the building. And you know what? I messed up, so she's gonna say, on your left immediately is their room. Straight ahead is your room.
What side of the building is the staircase on? Is
You'll
does
see
this
it's
one here?
the same door you came in. Outside.
Okay. I'll walk out then.
Okay.
I see it.
Mhm.
That's my turn, I guess.
Alright. And I have a cook.
Well, standing at the bar,
Mhm.
I'm gonna motion for her attention at some point and ask for a wineskin full.
A wineskin?
Yes.
And she says, what kind of wine would you want? Do you want...
I
She,
put 4 gold pieces down on the bar.
she says, we have purple grey mash number 3. And we also have Red Dragon Crush. The Red Dragon Crush is a silver piece per cup, so for a wineskin it will probably be about 10 silver pieces or a gold. The purple grey mash is 3 copper. A cup.
Well,
So,
let's go for the gold one.
Okay. Yep. This is the good stuff. And she pours it into a wineskin for you.
Yes, and if you would be... please lend me 2 goblets.
And she says, will you be...
I will bring them back.
Hmm. And she says, oh, right. So yeah, she grabs some goblets for you. And she says, there'll be a deposit on the goblets, of course. You understand.
How
It'll-
much is the room?
The room? It's already paid for. It's... Are you asking how much they paid? It's an electrum piece per night.
Okay. Well, I
come-
still leave the 4 gold pieces there.
Yeah.
I take the 2 goblets and the wineskin and motion Yisha that I'm leaving.
Okay. And then Yisha.
I'll just
Take
follow
care,
him.
Roy. I will be back soon, so
See ya.
if you don't hear anything from me, Isaac knows what happened to me.
Alright, I'll be sure to kill him if I don't hear anything from you.
Good.
And then I'll chuckle.
Okay. Yeah, and guess we both will be leaving for the church.
Sounds good.
Alright. I'll look up these stairs then.
Alright. Okay. So, yep, you go upstairs. And then what would you like to do up there?
Oh. I'd like to enter the room where Ishmark and Irene are meant to be.
Okay, let me do that. Boom.
Boom.
Alright, so as you come upstairs, you see 2 little... Whoops. There you go, you're inside now. You see 2 little boys. Is it a boy and a girl? It looks like a girl. They're boys, though. You see 2 boys, and you see them throwing down rocks.
Just.
Yep, down at the
What are they
people
throw-
below.
Oh, this is like, Well, I whispered to myself, it's fun to have some chaotic fun sometime.
Yep. By the way, before you left, Ivacook, you felt some rocks from above your head hit your like metal plated helmet. Tink tink. Or do you have a metal plated helmet?
I have a metal plate.
Oh no, you just get hit in the head then.
Yeah,
Ivacook.
get hit in the head. I don't mind. I don't have time for that. But I'm trying to remember the faces.
Okay. You look at him and shake your fist. Alright. Alright, so go ahead, Rye.
You kids just make sure you don't hurt anyone.
And they kind of make a dirty face at you.
Believe me, I'm more than capable of doing things you cannot imagine.
And they stick their tongue out and go.
I would have bought you a toy if you didn't do that.
We have toys. We don't
They're
need your
toys.
toys, you stinky monster.
I was just walking the street.
All right, and then you see Ishmark and Irina.
Bishma,
Ah,
me.
it is good to see you. How is your friend?
the one in the stocks, he's still in the stocks. He's
Hmm,
going to be performing though, so we made a deal.
I understand. All right. And he says, well, you have a room down the hall.
You could offer me, sir.
You have a room down the hall that you'll be able to stay in.
I know, I just wanted to visit you all. Please. And Myrtle. I'll look over to her.
Yes.
And I passed her the merry-go-round toy that I bought earlier and said, this is for you.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's no fun, it's no Polinsky.
She looks, those are wolves. Oh my god, that's so cute.
And then I pull out the ventriloquist doll and I want to suck your blood.
Irina looks horrified. She just looks mortified. She says, I do not think that's very funny.
And then I cast Sacred Flame on the puppet doll.
Yes, you burn it up.
Yeah, with Sacred Flame.
And then she's like, and she's like the whole time when she's talking to you, she's kind of covering up her neck a little bit, you know, like unconsciously covering up her like neck, pulling her like shirt up, collar up, so yes, your hand is now on fire, and you are taking 5 fire damage on it.
Sacred Flame does radiant damage.
Radiant damage, sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Unless you want to throw it on the ground.
I will throw it on the ground.
Okay. Okay.
And that is the story of how Uncle Rye defeated Strahd.
And the Myrtle goes, that's amazing.
Well, I better get some rest.
All right. So you head back and retire.
Yep. And that's the end of...
Mm-hmm. All right. And then we go to the church, I guess. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to meet outside the church somewhere. If I remember the map, the right way, then
Mm-hmm.
directly west of it is kind of a small cemetery, right?
Yep. So there's not really a map of the church.
Which is fine.
Yeah, we'll
Don't
just do it
think we
without.
need it.
I went over to the other church. I was like, oh, there's the church. Nope, that's the other church. It's got the same layout, I'm sure, as the other church, so we'll just have to roleplay through it. It's fine. Alright, so you go and you wait at the church. And when you get to the church, let's see what's in there.
500 zombies attack you. Okay.
That's in 1. Yes. So you see a sign outside that says St. Andal's Church. Androl's Church. This slouching, century-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back, and walls lined with cracked, stained glasses, windows depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones next to a church. A thin mist creeps among the graves. Alright. So, let's see. You are standing in front of the church.
Is there a church dedicated to Lathander as well? Or
Morning Lord. But, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you never have heard these people say Lathander, but they call their god the Morning Lord. Which, you know, Lathander is also known as the Morning Lord, but, yeah.
Well, I will enter the cemetery and look for a nice bench to sit down, put down my backpack and my axe and my weapons on one side.
Okay.
Yeah.
You set them down.
Yeah. And they're on the right side of me, and on the left side I just put down the 2 goblets.
Okay.
And fill one up with a bit of wine just to drink it and wait.
Okay. It seems to take a little while. It's starting to get dark. It's about 5 o'clock. It's not too dark yet, though. And you see a priest walk up towards you. And he sees that you're sitting there, and he says, "Well, hello there, my son. How are you doing?"
Thinking.
I see. Well, if you want to join the congregation tonight, we'll be starting in about an hour.
I had enough of your god for a while.
And he kind of laughs a little bit.
I just lost my brother.
I understand. He is with Lathander now.
He always was.
Oh, sorry, he says Morning Lord. Sorry.
I say he always was.
Ah,
Because he dedicated his life to him as a paladin.
I'm sure that he'll have a fine mansion in the afterlife.
That's what makes me sad. He shouldn't have a mansion and do nothing in his afterlife. He should fight beside Grumsh on the battlefield on Acheron. But who am I to judge his afterlife?
He sits down and he says, "I understand." And he says, "You are definitely not from around here, are you?"
No, I'm not.
And he says to you, "You look like someone I may trust. Maybe your brother. Maybe."
I just look at him with half my side of my grin, my flesh missing and exposing my rose teeth. Interesting. You're the first one in the city to say that to me.
To say what?
That you trust me.
He says, "Well, most people don't trust outsiders, and if your brother was as faithful as I can tell by your face, then I believe that you might have been sent here for a reason. And I have not told anyone this yet, but our church was a place of protection. It was a place that strahd could not come into." And he hesitates saying strahd. He doesn't like to say it. But he's trying to be brave. "You see, This is St. Andrew's church. And St. Andrew's bones were buried here until recently. And Strahd could not come into our church. It was a place of holiness, holy ground. But they've been stolen. And I am not capable of retrieving them or finding out what happened. But I believe an outsider like you might be able to do this thing.
Your voice is cutting off on the last word or two of
Is it?
everything.
Sorry. He says,
Yeah.
maybe you can do this thing. Maybe you can find out what has happened to the bones. Maybe it is fate that you have stumbled upon my church.
Fate.
Oh, what dark thoughts bring me to this cemetery and this church. What strange ways your God must have to find his chosen one to help you.
And
I don't know if I can help you. I have first to attend other things which seem more important to me.
well, when you get time, I believe that you could be of help to me.
I will share this with my companions, and we will decide on the right course of action.
Yep. It also kind of reminds you why Ishmark wanted to bring you guys here. Ishmark wanted to find a safe and holy place to keep
Yeah.
Irina protected.
I know.
Yep. Alright. So, he gets up and he walks away, and you notice that there is a guy, like, watching you guys the whole time, standing there with a shovel. He looks like he works here. And he's kind of eyeing you with a dirty look. And you see
I
the...
drink my wine, give him a quick look back just to remember his posture and who that I might recognize him again.
He's a younger guy. But you see Father walk over to him, and he says, Milovaj, come inside. There are things to be done. And he walks away with his shovel on his shoulder. By the way, the guy introduced himself as Father Lucian.
Father Lucian. Okay.
All right. And while you're sitting there, or after he leaves, you see Isaac walk up, and he's got his axe in his hand, and he just walks up to you, stands in front of you, and doesn't say a word.
I just nod and say, please, sit down. I don't want to play this game tonight. And I just fill the other goblet with wine as well.
He takes his axe and he like cuts it into the ground so that it's kind of sticking out of the ground. And he sits down. What do you want?
Isn't it sad? The longer you travel, the more you see, the more death is part of it.
Death is for the weak.
It is. But
And-
it is sad when those that are weak are your friends, or your family.
That's why you do not have weak friends. Or, if it's family, you protect them. If they are weak, you should know to protect them.
I lost my brother fighting a hag. It was an epic death. splitting the hag in two, knowing of his future, but he didn't care that the mill collapsed on his body. He just wanted to kill this creature. So was he weak?
He says, sacrificing yourself for the greater good does not make you weak.
Do you have any family?
I had a sister once, but she is gone now. I had a mother and father, but they are dead.
I hand him one of the goblets.
Yep.
I just drink as well. I have one brother still with me. I don't know how many brothers my father made. Wasn't really taken count for that.
Did you know
But
your
he had a
father?
long life. Yes.
Sounds like
He
a
was a great
luxury.
warrior.
That is good.
What happened to your sister?
She was taken from me a long time ago. I still remember her in my dreams. I can see her face. We were on a fishing lake. On the way back from town, a direwolf attacked us. It took my arm from me, and he holds up his like weird scary arm. And my father carried me back. My uncle distracted the beast. My sister ran into the woods, and I have never seen her again.
Do you remember how she looks?
Yes.
Must have been a long time ago.
In my dreams I see her.
Oh, I forgot. I was walking over at Brimsky's and picked
Blinksky.
up a Blimsky and picked up a doll for our girls. And he told me to give you that. I hand him the doll.
And
He
he
said it is for you.
looks at it and he says,
Irina.
and
Does he should say that?
Yeah.
he stops and looks shocked. What did you say?
Irina.
Do you know her? Do you know her? And he grabs you by your like clothes.
Oh, start snarling at him.
Sit down, and my voice turns
Where is
More-
she?
more straight. Sit down and relax.
He sits down for a second.
Interesting how our paths cross. Our future seems to be entwined. Yes,
And he
we
says,
know her.
where is she? Is she here? Is she in the city?
I turn my
There
back
are
on him.
things. There are things we need to talk about first. But know this: she is no prisoner of anyone. She has grown to a beautiful woman with a strong mind and a dark destiny.
Take me to her.
What is the price?
Price. You can keep your head.
I laugh. If I wanted your head, I would have taken it the moment you talked to me in that way. I am not here to fight you. I am here to offer you a way out of the sadness this town and everyone else is living.
What do you want?
This charade of the nobleman. No one deserves it. Not the people in the town, nor the soldiers. It makes everyone sick. It doesn't inspire fear. It just makes them sad. Look at all the people. They're not able to live a life. I know this place is a dark place, and it is hard to find your true way or your meaning.
My family
But
died of despair, and the burgomaster took me into his house, and he has taken care of me. And when I got into trouble, did he punish me for my sins? When I tore apart the children that made fun of me for not having an arm, did he put me in jail? No. He took me in as one of his own.
good. So he showed you strength and taught you a way of life. Still, you can't deny that his madness is spreading. I heard that this is going on for years. And I offer you a simple way out. And a choice you have to make. And what is more important to you? The one who saved you? Or the one who shares the same blood? It is your choice to make.
And he says to you, you take her to me now, or you fall out of my favor, and I will find her myself.
You won't. He's protected by magic. And even if you find her,
If you want
who knows?
this madness to stop, what do you want me to do to stop it?
Here's my solution for you. May sound grim, dark, but isn't that where we are living right now? This town is ruled by a madman and his wife. I want it to change. Your sister is a great and noble woman with a good heart, a good soul. Let her reign over the city and bring peace and freedom to it. And the only thing that can keep you alive in these dark times is to trust your soul. So what do you want? Share your life and future with your sister? Have an impact on the way of life? Or do the bidding of a madman? It's your choice. That's what I'm offering you.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, Jesus. Isha, can you say something like, he's right, or anything?
Irina.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah. Irina.
Okay, good. Let's just
Irina.
take that how it is.
Counting that
Persuasion,
as
right?
assist.
Fuck me, -1. Jesus. Let's roll. Let's go.
I should have came along.
Woo!
Wow. Wow. All right.
What'd you get?
He got 18.
18. I rolled a 19.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. He says,
That's kind of max.
I will do this thing, and you will produce my sister. What is it that you want him to do exactly? Are you asking him to kill the Baron?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want him to get rid of the Baron and the Baroness.
Yeah.
And to install his sister as the leader of the city.
Sure. All right.
I don't care how he does it. I mean, there might be a brutal way to just slaughter him,
Yeah.
or there might be a more easy way, like them getting ill and
Yeah.
dispersing of him. I don't care how. In the end.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I say, what? Didn't we have an image of Irina, right? I mean,
Yeah.
do you have the image to share?
Oh, you mean like in the game?
No, yeah, no, yeah,
the
yeah,
doll.
or in Roll20 maybe.
Yeah, I have a picture of her. I think. Oh, that's kind of a picture of her. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes, and I say, she's a beautiful young woman with her long brown hair and her lovely smile. She will be a good leader for the city.
And he says, and I will protect her, and she will never be in danger again. All right.
Good.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
And I think that I should be giving you guys some kind of experience here, even though you guys haven't fought and killed anything.
Don't
So
I
we'll
have
get
stupid
10
plans,
experience.
guys?
You guys have, this is great. Like, this is not what I expected at all, but that's kind of what I like about it. You know?
I'm having fun being clever. I like playing a high intelligence character because I don't have to worry as much about metagaming.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so let's see here. I'm gonna give you guys, what are you guys at anyways?
Niles PC blue screen.
How much experience do you guys have?
I have 2950.
2950. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys each 500 experience points for trying to defend the people at the stockades. I'm going to give you another 500 because you convinced the burgomaster to let your friend go. And then I'm going to give you another 500 for convincing Isaac to turn against the burgomaster, which I think is amazing.
Sick, cool.
So that's like 1,500 each for everybody. Anything else awesome that you guys did that I forgot?
No.
You guys talked to Blinsky too, right? And
Yeah.
you accepted kind of a quest from him, so go ahead and take another 500 and make it even 2,000.
Cool.
And Snipper was pretty clever in trying to help the bard escape, but then he got caught. So
That is true.
And then he
That was
almost
kinda
made
awesome.
he almost made Isaac throw up. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was
1350.
pretty. No. Wait, 1350? What did you say?
Yeah, to level 5.
Oh, 1350? Oh, that's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't think I get anything at 5 as a wizard. I think I just get spells, which I mean is really good for wizards. That's what they're based around.
Here's the cool thing. I didn't know if they were related until he started to mention that. I just wanted to first find out what's so important to him. That's why I asked the questions about family. So that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was super cool. I was totally not expecting that, so that was really really fun. I just expected you guys to not really even care about his backstory or character at all, you know. And I'm sitting there as you're talking to him. I'm like, wow, you're actually talking to the guy. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, he and Ivercook aren't that different. They're just on the different sides of the problem right now. So that's
Yeah.
it.
It's true. Yeah, I was sitting there and I was like, wow, they're actually a lot alike. What was the moment? It was when he was like, you know, you need to no, before that it was something like he was saying, you know, talking about like people that die are weak. And I'm like, crap, he's actually going to agree with him.
Yeah, protecting your family and stuff. That was good.
Yeah, he's got that because, you know, he feels like he didn't protect his sister when he was younger.
Yeah, now we just need to
Does it make you guys
kinda-
wonder why he was saying he didn't have an arm when he does have an arm?
well, considering that the arm is looking different from the rest of the body, I'm not sure if it's his arm or if something else happened. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you could, I don't know, regeneration or anything,
That's true.
some evil witchery, there are hags running around.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Or he's that evil that Barovia granted him a new arm. Who knows, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, he's not a nice guy. That's the only thing I know. He's pretty sure he's an evil dude.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, I take him. If he takes care of her, and we are able to restore the bones too, I think we have a pretty good chance of protecting her, because there's this evil guy with the bad arm, whatever he can do with it, or I don't know. He's looking tough, so we could let her in his protection until, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
But the only thing I'm not understanding right now is why didn't she tell anything that she has a lost brother, or shouldn't it be the same family name or anything?
know.
Is it?
I
We
want to
could talk to her next session.
Yeah, you'll have to talk to her next session.
Something
I'm
is wrong.
thinking about sneaking back into the Barrens and investigating the brother, or the son, I should say.
Yeah, I was hoping that he would murder them at the festival, which might give us enough time to just ransack the mansion, you know, and go through all the cool stuff we might need, and then just, I don't know what happened. We were here the whole time.
Yeah.
I think that's what Flipper might do. I'll let you know, Fuzzy. I think I'm gonna.
What are you gonna do?
A little investigating in the Baron's house at the start, because we're doing a long rest. I know that. So at the start of the next day, I think while everyone's distracted out of the house, I'm gonna do a little reconnaissance.
Yeah. Yep, sounds good.
I'm so proud I didn't kill anyone.
I know, yeah. I saw that when you were
that's
in the
strange.
square and there was kids locked up. I was like, well, I'm not sure what he's going to do here. He's either going to get into a big fight, or he's going to be like, I don't want to get somebody killed again, so I'm not going to do it. You know?
I don't know why Ivercook is such a big kid's friend, but somehow that's in his nature. I don't know why, but
Yeah, I didn't realize there were kids in the stockades, because I've read through this before, right? And I've done this before. But I guess I had missed that there were children in the stockades, and I was like, oh, crap. There's children in the stockades. Ivercook is going to be pissed. Oh, man. So, yeah, that was
cool
good.
session.
Yeah,
I just hope that Yisha learns more words. She really needs to talk more, because Sprocket can do so much more.
It's so true. Sprocketeer, it must be very frustrating to be like a smart person in real life and then playing somebody with low intelligence.
Well, I don't know about being smart.
You seem to be a reasonably intelligent person, but I mean, hey, you always, you know, you have your English accent, so you know that's going to make you seem even more intelligent to us Americans here.
It just makes me sound like a Bond. All villains in American films have British accents.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, I will see you later. What's the status on my Eve? Is it on pause or just dead?
It's not dead. It will. It's just going to probably be a very long pause. I have